Today's opening question for you there in the live chat. If you could recommend one place in South Africa that everyone should visit at least once in their lifetime, where would it be? I want to hear your thoughts and, of course, shout outs, your memories, your throwback travel stories, because your voice is part of the culture we're celebrating this month. And speaking of culture, it's time to take a look at our picture of the day, a snapshot that ties into Heritage Month and shows us just how beautiful this country really is. So let's check this out together, because behind me is the MGB Hotel, and it is a contemporary luxury destination in Thohoyandou, Limpopo, with 4 premier suites and 60 stylish rooms. It caters to both business and leisure guests. The hotel boasts a scenic pool, lush gardens, a restaurant, a bar, and complimentary Wi-Fi. Conveniently located next to the EMM Convention Center, MGB is a top choice for conferences, events, and elegant stays in the heart of South Africa. And of course, you know we've got the plug. For your traveling experience, check out Tswelopele Tours.
Escape the ordinary and discover the extraordinary with Tswelopele Tours. Whether you're a group of friends or a family looking for a memorable getaway, Tswelopele Tours has you covered. Our all-inclusive tours take you to South Africa's most stunning destinations, from the scenic beauty of Mpumalanga to the vibrant life of Gauteng and the coastal charm of Durban.
Wow, what a beautiful picture of the day. Of course, showing off the richness of South African heritage and tourism spots. And of course, now we are going to go into your guest for today, because South Africa is a reminder of just how layered and rich our country is. Heritage is not only about places and people, it's all about spirit. And today, we're taking that journey a little deeper. Of course, it's Spiritual Alignment Thursday. And this morning, we're talking about spiritual alignment, what it means to live in balance, to connect with ourselves, our ancestors, and the world around us. And who better to guide us than someone who walks that path every day. Of course, our guest today is a native healer who carries wisdom, tradition, and insight into how spirituality can help us navigate life in 2025. From healing practices to cultural grounding, this conversation is about finding alignment in both heritage and in our hearts. So stick around, drop your thoughts and questions in the chat, because this is one that is going to open minds and obviously touch souls. So our guest today is Umakhosi Mihlahlo, and he is a revered traditional healer, blending ancestral wisdom with modern wellness. And it is rooted in his indigenous South African practices that offer spiritual guidance, herbal remedies, and cultural insight to those seeking clarity and connection. He is known for a compassionate approach and a deep understanding of healing and ritual. And Makhosi sessions weave storytelling, intuitive diagnosis, and ceremony. So whether guiding personal transformation or sharing ancestral wisdom, he is with a wider audience. Makhosi Mihlahlo stands as a powerful voice for cultural preservation and spiritual empowerment. Of course, Heritage Month is all about celebrating what makes us uniquely South African, and nothing brings us that flavor home quite like a good old goda. Whether it's bologna, slab chips, Russians, steak and cheese, or that acha cake, Koda is a Kasi heritage you can also taste. And that's why we're so hyped for the Soweto Kota Festival, which is more than just food. It's community, culture, and creativity all in one. And guess what? Right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, Keke's Kitchen is going to be here. And of course, she's going to be at the Soweto Goethe Festival as one of the vendors. So if you've ever had Keke's magic in the kitchen, then show her some love in our comment section. And the cherry on top, we've even got tickets to give away. So you can come chow, vibe, and celebrate Gussie flavor with us. All you need to do is stay locked on the Vooka Breakfast Show and follow the competition rules. All I want to hear from you right now in the chat. What is your ultimate kota combo? Because maybe, just maybe, you'll find it at Keke's Kitchen when you pull up at Soweto Kota Festival. And of course, stay tuned as we are about to go into the news with Afri Berry.
Musi Mist.
My name is Moketi Maimane.
Catch us every weekday morning, Monday to Friday between 7 and 10.
Right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, brought to you by the Blinko Network.
Always bringing you the best content possible.
Vooka Nati, wake up with us and kickstart your day on a great note.
This is your energetic start to the day.
Hey Vooka Nation, welcome to the Amabela Spices Pots and Pans. So in today's recipe, I'll be showing you how to marinate your meat just to create a quick braai or barbecue. Let's dive right in. So the spices that I'll be making use of is smoked paprika. This is very essential to give your meat that burst of flavor. And one of my favorite spices as well is the Amabela Grill Zonke spices. Now, this spice here, you can grill anything. We're talking meat, we're talking boerewors, chicken, and this is the only spice that you need. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna add some of these spices right here on my bowl. So I've got a little bit of oil here, okay? And I'm gonna add the spices and I'm gonna use this, the oil right here, as a binder just to create more flavor on the spices. Okay, so I'm just gonna add half a teaspoon of smoked paprika onto this bowl right here. And then I'll mix it with the grill zonke spices. So now that I've mixed the spices with a bit of oil, I'm going to go ahead and blend this right here. So we're looking for a thick paste. Now that we've got the marinade prepared, typically what I like to do is to marinate the meat, leave it overnight, so that tomorrow when we have the braai, the flavors would have been infused right into the meat and it should taste beautifully. So I've got my brush right here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and marinate the meat. So for today's recipe, I made use of Amabela smoked paprika as well as Amabela grill zonke spice. See you guys tomorrow morning and we'll show you the entire recipe once it has been completed. As you saw in the video, that was shot yesterday and it's been 24 hours. Got my grill here and these are the spices that I was making use of. Smoked paprika, I love this one right here because it gives that smoked flavor. And then I also made use of grill zonke spice. Now, as mentioned in the video, this allows you to grill any kind of meat, right? So we're talking chicken, red meat, you name it. Okay, so I've got the meat right here and I'll go ahead and put this in the grill.
Fam, it's time to get you up to speed with what's happening across South Africa. Obviously, with politics, community, economy, the updates are galore and never end. Now, let's jump straight into your morning with your news update. Now, in your first news update, Masamula bypass ministerial oversight sparking authority and trust concerns. The Sisulu Foundation backed Police Commissioner Masamula amid backlash over his decision to
return the 121 political killings dockets to the KZN disbanded task team. Acting Minister Coachella and President Ramaphosa criticized the move for bypassing oversight. A meeting resolved to submit the documents to the Madinga Commission, clarifying roles and pledging cooperation. SAPS will support his inquiry and act swiftly on agent cases. Masamula plans a similar unit in Gauteng. Now for your second news headline, why Masamula's political killings decision is dividing police and politician. Sibiya challenges suspension over disbanded political killings task team. Lieutenant General Shadrack Sibiya is challenging his suspension by Police Commissioner Fani Masamula in the North Gauteng High Court, arguing that it is unlawful. The suspension stems from Sibiya's alleged disbandment of the KZN political killings task team, which he denies. His affidavit cites concerns from Acting Minister Fraser Coachella and President Ramaphosa over the reassignment of the 121 documents questioning Masamula's action. Now, on your third spot headline, on your third news headline, Masamula Sibiya clash over suspension in Pretoria Court. Police Commissioner Fani Masamula and Deputy Shadrack Sibiya are locked in a legal dispute now before in a full bench of the High Court in Pretoria. Judges Mgabi Situsi and Mashona and Davis will preside. Sibiya has submitted a supplementary affidavit arguing Masamula obstructed the Madinga Commission by mishandling the 121 dockets tied to the political killings in the KZN, obviously referring to the task team. Now let's head over to your sports headlines. Yes, on your first sports headline, Teko Modise hails Ikram Reyners after winning SAFA Award. Ikram Reyners was honored by the South African Football Journalist Association for his stellar season, scoring 24 goals in 47 matches after being snapped by the PSL. Snapped by the PSL award, The recognition is seen as a confidence boost ahead of AFCON. Despite criticism over the move to Sundowns, Reyners adapted quickly, proving doubters wrong amid becoming the key player. Now heading over to your second sports update. Box star Kenan Moody ready to experience the All Blacks at Eden Park and their aura. Kenan Moody is set to earn his 70th Test cap as he likely partners with Cheslin Kolbe on the wing against the All Blacks at Eden Park, following injuries to key players. At just 22, Moody has already faced New Zealand twice and acknowledges the historic weight on the clash. Despite jet lag and pressure, he's eager to continue to contribute, whether at wing or center, in what he calls a huge opportunity. Now heading over to your third sports headline. Free State Stadium cleared for Bafana shutdown with Nigeria. Now the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifier between Bafana and Nigeria will proceed at Free State Stadium on the 9th of September following a successful pitch inspection. Initial concerns over the surface after a harsh winter were resolved. The FIFA and CAF encouraging progress. Bafana, currently in camp in Johannesburg, will face Lesotho on the 5th of September before the crucial Nigeria clash in Bloemfontein. Now we're going to take a short break and then come back for your traffic and then obviously give you the weather so you know how you're going to wing it throughout the day.
to hit the road, Vooka Nation. Not literally, just yet. Let's check in on what's happening out there on the highways, byways, and the township streets so you can know exactly what to expect on your commute this morning. So here's your first traffic update. And starting with the crash on the N1 northbound just after the Lindwick Road, and it is now cleared. Drive carefully in this area. And now in the next traffic update, a crash has been reported on the R24 westbound just after Edenvale Road. 2 right lanes have been affected, so expect delays when driving in this area. A crash on the N4 westbound before Proefplaas interchange has been detected, so the left shoulder lane is closed. Drive carefully. A stationary vehicle on the N1 southbound after Rigel Avenue, left lane has been closed. Drive carefully when in this area. And of course, if you happen to also be on the roads, don't forget you can also share your traffic update with us using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show and hashtag Vooka Traffic, or use the number to send a voice note 060-493-3226. Of course, you know what? If you're feeling like now and you need a little motivation to get your morning started, don't worry, we've got the morning brew just for you. So stay tuned as we're about to dive straight into your energetic start to the day with that dose of daily positivity.
Good morning, Vooka team, and we are starting out the day on a positive side, man.
So welcome everybody, and I hope you guys are feeling amazing. It's a magical Thursday, man, where we speak about spirituality, what keeps us calm, and obviously coming back to our ancestry, making sure that each and every single one of us is doing good and amazing, man. So welcome you to this wonderful Thursday. And as TC said, we have an amazing guest coming up in studio. And we're not just going to be talking about your typical so what did you discover? We'll be talking more and deep about issues that have to do with traditional things, man. Because there's so many different things that we need to debunk. In English, yes. Debunk when it comes to traditional things that have to do with traditional families. Like what do you do when your father doesn't have a manual? But your mother's family does. So we'll be learning more about such things, man. And I hope you guys are going to stay, be insightful, and learn about the different things that naturally affect each and every single South African citizen that is actually out there. And obviously, I forgot to introduce myself. So to those who officially know me, and to those who don't already know me, I go by the name of Afriberry, also known as Miss Berry Bears. What's the dark of the berry? The sweeter than doon. And I hope you guys are feeling fantastic and amazing and wonderful. God out to weekend. And I hope you guys are also entering the amazing competition that we have out there for the 2 double tickets to the Soweto Kota Festival. Now guys, if you did not hear the questions yesterday, you can just simply go to our social media page, and you'll definitely find the questions there, so that you stand yourself a chance of winning yourself 1 double tickets to the Soweto Kota Festival, man. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be epic. Everybody knows that anything good and nice happens gonna lie. Man, Moose, how you doing?
Not too bad. I'm happy and I'm excited to be in your presence and in your company. Good morning. Let's smell the coffee. Get up and let's get going. It's a Thursday morning, and like everybody just said, we are literally 5 to the weekend. Because for a lot of people, the weekend starts on a Thursday afternoon. By the time it hits Friday afternoon, around 1 o'clock, around lunchtime, or for some other people, around 3 o'clock, it's already the weekend. And of course, this coming weekend we're gearing up for the Kota Festival, the Soweto Kota Festival, taking place right here next to the Dobsonville Stadium, Dobsonville. This is right next to Zondi Hills, just before you get to to from Fisher Kloof to what should by now 133 episodes, right? It should by now be your absolute favorite rendezvous. But of course, if this is the first time you're hanging out with us, welcome. Now you're part of the family, you're part of the Vooka Nation, and you're part of the Vooka team. By now, it should be your absolute favorite rendezvous where radio meets TV, only and exclusively right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, brought to you by the Blinko Network. Always spending some great quality time with myself, the one and only MOOCEE Mist. My name is Musi Mist, and I'm happy, I'm excited to be both in your company and in your presence. Look, man, a couple of days has already felt like 100 years for me. You know, you and I haven't seen each other for a couple of days, and it's like, how? Chief, what's going on? Where's this guy? But I'm here, I'm back, and we're ready to go. Look, how you and I can get in touch with each other is by using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. So that's Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms. But it needs not end there. It also continues on our WhatsApp line using the number, or rather dialing the number 060-493-3226. So that's 060-493-3226. Comment, like, subscribe, and do the things that are necessary to be done so that you and I and Afriberry and the rest of the Vooka team right here can keep on sharing our thoughts, our opinions, and everything else in between. I can't wait to hear from you. What's your morning looking like? It's the 4th of September, man. Come on, it's 2 days before the King's birthday. Musi Mist. I'm happy and I'm excited, man. I'm turning 25 on Saturday. A big age, boy. You know, I'm a big boy now, and I'm looking forward to what the rest of the year is going to have for me, right? And I woke up today, as it is a Thursday morning, I woke up with a song in my heart, man. And you know, it's been ringing throughout the entirety of the morning as I was getting ready to come through and hang out with you and spend some great quality time with you. The song goes, Siyahluleka ngogwethu thatha indawo yakho Nkosi. Oh man, it's been ringing in my heart, and of course, right, ke labone, and you know, ke letsatsi la merapello, ke letsatsi la bomme. It is a day where you and I try to align ourselves with great spirits and have some realignment, you know, connect a bit further and a bit more and a bit deeper. Ask those questions that you've been afraid to ask. It matters not what faith you believe in. Only just that you do have a faith, you have some groundedness, you have some anchoring in your life. And a bit later on, Umakosi is going to be helping us come back and realign and learn and reinvent ourselves, right? I'm looking forward to that conversation. So look, what you can also do is jump onto our website. That's www.vookadaily.co.za, www.vookadaily.co.za. Talk to me, Afriberry. How's it going, man?
No, man, it's going good. Hey, it's been going good. It's been going lekker, man. I've been doing good, bro. Like, you know, I'm also excited for the week in China. Like, you know, what I want to do right now, I'm just like pretty excited for Keke to get you so I can taste the quarter. So we have one of the quarter festival vendors coming through. Her name is Keke. And Keke will be bringing in one of her famous quarters in studio. So it's basically a quarter that will also be up for display. And will also be sold at the Soweto Festival. And we'll basically be chatting to her, getting to know more about her, why she started, why she even went into the quarter industry, what keeps her going, what's the drive, and obviously getting a taste of that amazing quarter that you guys will have an opportunity of also tasting on Saturday. We'll also have an opportunity of tasting on Saturday. Now, if you haven't bought your ticket and would like to win a ticket, I repeat and I also emphasize, go out to our social media pages, whether it's IG or Facebook, and then click on the link and answer the simple questions, man. One of the questions is, how long has the Soweto Quarter Festival been running? So if you watched yesterday's episode, then you definitely know the answer, because Uputslu definitely did give us an answer. Would say, how long has the Soweto Quarter Festival has been running, man? So it's going to be amazing, man. And obviously not forgetting what is the primary sponsor of the Blue Ribbon Soweto Quarter Festival that is happening in Konala is Soweto at Dobsonville.
Of course, man. We're going to have so much fun out there over the weekend, and I encourage you, if you haven't gotten your ticket yet, and of course perhaps maybe you might not be able to win yourself, or you might not be necessarily fortunate enough to win yourself those double tickets. Tickets will cost 150 at the entrance, and I promise you, as someone who has been at the Kota Festival, but this is back when it was taking place at the Soweto Theatre, right? I've been there. Hey, it actually has very cool memories for me now that I think about it. But I promise you, you will not regret whatsoever. It really does promise to be a great weekend. And then, of course, on Saturday, like I commented yesterday when Uslulego was here, and the after party, because the party does not stop right on Saturday evening, because Uslu said at 8 o'clock he's closing the gates, he's cutting off everything. This is just for things like safety reasons and just people getting home safely and making sure that kids get home on time. Because they're not like us. The party can continue. The night continues at Kobi Ketlong Situations. This is right here in Dobsonville. This is Kobi Ketlong, formerly known as Guest Houses. So back in our... Okay, my friend's time, not in our, because nagging one again. But back in the day, the place was referred to, or was known, largely known, Dobsonville as... guest house, and then a bit later on, then the name was changed, then it was revamped and reinvented, and now is affectionately known as Gobi Ketlong Situations. It's the black and white, man, and I've been there a couple of times before, and it really does promise to be a great night. I mean, crazy black dudes will be on stage, of course, as the residents, as the people who are curating and running the place. Nyuko Hope Chilwane and Umosa really does promise to be a great evening. The time right about now is 46 minutes after the hour, 7 o'clock on a Thursday morning, the 4th of September. We're 4 days into September, and already the weather is giving. The weather is on our side. It's nice and warm, but I don't want to jinx it, because I know that I've jinxed it before, quite a couple of times when I've said that the weather is on our side, right? And so I don't want to do that, but the song is still echoing in my heart, man, and I'm really looking forward to the conversation. The song goes, Siyahluleka ngokwethu yeah, man, I don't know. Maybe you're feeling the same way as me, and you're looking for that groundness. You're looking for the Almighty to take lead in your life, and that's what I'm echoing for this day. So do continue engaging with us. We are 133 episodes. That's crazy. 133. Just a second ago, when we were at the rancho a couple of months ago, we were like, celebrating almost 50 episodes, because it was our 42nd, 43rd. And then just when Stia was here about a month or two ago, we were looking forward to 100 episodes. And now we are deep. 3-digit episodes, 133, Chief. And I'll tell you guys, Tuesday is because now the episodes are starting to align. Monday was 131. Tuesday was supposed to have been 132. Yesterday, P3. Like, I'm those kinds of people, man. One of those people who wants... But unfortunately, it didn't happen because of load reduction and all of those things. But we keep on going. What is your morning looking like? I'm looking forward to hearing from you. TC, talk to me.
Hey, man, I was just thinking this morning how the quality of sleep is important, man. This morning...
I don't know what's happening, man.
I'm feeling so drained. Like, I was like, I just want to go back to bed. I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm tired. But of course, man, it's an energy exchange. Maybe you can share some of your energy with me this morning. If when I get uvuge, right, grand, come into the comment section, #Sivugile, and show us good when you know what, present, ukona. Mark your presence right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. And if awazi, itingutshela ukuthi mina ngubani, mina igama lami is UTC Gamazibuko Shabalala, your prime cut creative and positivity dose of the day. Umamshengu Omuhle, trying desperately hard to keep her eyes open. And I hope now, wherever you are tuning in from and watching us, you know what, your morning is going so much better than mine. So you can share, and we can obviously talk about it right here in the comment section. Or maybe tumelenyana a voice note or call in, because we are yet to have somebody call into the show. So 060-493-3226 is the number to use today. And like everybody said, man, there's a lot happening, and of course it's Thursdays. Yeah, counting down to the weekend. Stars are being born.
Yes, absolutely. The mist was born,
and I just need the energy for it all.
Don't worry. You need to be encompassed by the mist, Chief. Perhaps it will help you. The son of Mother Nature is not here, so the mist will take care of you. Like TC just said, you're hanging out with us on this great Thursday morning, and I don't know, man, TC. I think you and I echo the same sentiments in the sense that for the past 2 weeks now, there's been this lethargic, energy and feel around and atmosphere.
Transitional energy.
Yeah.
The new season. Change of season.
Yeah.
Some of us are going to New Year's, man.
I think today, if I'm not mistaken, as September just started,
man, I'm going into a new year.
I think if I'm not mistaken, there's supposed to be like a meteor shower, or the moon is supposed to be doing something.
Meteor shower, yes.
Yes. I'll try and find it.
Yeah.
Because I saw someone posted it, I think yesterday, if not 2 days ago, on my newsfeed on Facebook, and they were just highlighting all the days that are significant in terms of the transitional period that we're in right now, right? Because it's the new season and it's the new year, actually, Kamulao, for us in the southern hemisphere, So perhaps that's what's happening, but we're fighting it off. Someone told me on Sunday, you need to be active in, amping yourself up.
Okay.
And revitalizing your own self, because you're in control, essentially. As much as, the energy and the universe is listening and more or less guides us. I wouldn't want to say controls, but guides us, right? We are the ones, or you were not only one as an individual. You can take charge and say, angeke.
Man, hey, but yala ngawe, man. Yala ngawe.
I can attest to that. How long to guys? Hana, we blend one. I don't know where your faith lies as individuals, and this goes to all of us here in studio and everyone else who's listening and watching. Right? We have different belief systems. We have different faith systems, right? And we have things that we follow and we practice that are quite different from one another, right? But for me, I think it boils down to just have anchor, man. Have ground. Have something. Because there's a lot that goes on. Then you, as individuals, and this is largely in the black society, we start saying, stop.
Hey, that blaming, man.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
That finger pointing, we don't want to everything else but you.
Yourself, exactly. We don't want to take accountability and say, you know what? I'm not grounded. I remember years ago we had this conversation. What is your faith like?
Like, it takes me back to Izolo, right?
Okay.
Where, I've got a friend, right? We've been friends for a while now.
Sure.
So, he sends me a message, and it's regarding, we were talking about dating, or those kind of things. Relationship, all those things, right? So it was a sense of, he was talking on, then he sends me a video, right, where the guys are like, because I'm like, why aren't you dating, right?
So you're asking?
Yeah, no, because I'm like, the way you chaotic, that's why we're singing. And then he, in response to that, he sends me a video where guys are like deciphering when it comes to dating, who spends more, and how guys are the
financially
ones that, and how guys are the ones that always spend more, because they were like literally putting like figures to dates and this and that and special then I'm like, dude, like, what is this about, really? Like, and then he's like, no, mina gahle, I'm like, my response to that was gahle, yonke into, and men men with money enjoy spending money on women. You know, it's
And then
okay to
broke
say,
guys
yeah.
don't.
I'm like, no, it's okay to say I'm too broke to be dating right now. It's okay for you to just be like, I'm not in the financial standing, ukuba nomjolo, you know, and leave it at that instead of trying to attack people for the habits they employ. Mabachola bona ba in love. You know, I'm like, because, you know, despite, of course, thoughts, opinions, and how perspective shapes culture and society.
Sure.
You know, agnandaba, because the people who are doing those things, they like doing them. So essentially, none of this matters. So then his response was, no, the whole thing is just that, you know, I just want things to be reciprocal. You know, I want somebody who is going to match my energy. I'm like, just say that. Why don't you just say that instead of like trying to like now discourage others from umjolo just because when akoni kona manje
funny.
who can reciprocate your energy.
Sure.
It goes at the same with the finger pointing and blaming people. Just because right now, you know, you lack the ability of introspection and depth into self-awareness.
Sure.
It does not now, you know, mean you can go and uqega self-awareness yabanye and then try and like now uguba, you know, that guy you saw because of
Amantombazana
you saw because of Sbanban. No, that person begafuna ukuba da, and the fact ukuthi nawe yenzile it means nawe ufuna. So ekugcineni action ithatha ubani kahle kahle ifolka bani le who angithi.
So you attribute that to guys with money want to spend their money on girls.
Mara, it's true. The same way amantombazana who take time to, you know,
do their hair,
or whatever,
their makeup,
you know,
or whatever.
Some of them do it for the male gaze, and it's okay. That's what they want.
For the male gaze, I
yeah,
like that.
it's okay. And the same way, men get money for the female gaze because nifuna ukuthi yabo nijabulise abogele lapha groove. How? So it's okay. There was a guy who actually spoke about that on social media. I mean, guys, I'm a bottle girls. They make my life worth living, man.
Oh, wow.
You know, they motivate me now because you know, spending that money, blowing all of that. I'm like, I want to go make more so I can go back and go have more fun.
That's funny.
You know, when you say that and speak about the whole financial situation of guys saying that sometimes they don't want to date because they spend a lot in a relationship. It reminds me of this other old lady that I follow on Facebook. She's called Betty. So this grandma, they once asked her, Uguti, so my man doesn't want to spend money on me, so what should I do? It's like, it's not that your man doesn't want to spend money on you, it's the fact that your man chose a woman he cannot afford to maintain.
Yeah.
But and then it was like, not females are not gold diggers. Females are naturally expensive. You just gotta choose the one that's within your spending bracket. Wow. Meaning, Guti, when you go for a girl, you already see Guti Locho, Peruvian, Brazilian. Meaning that you need to spend a whole lot of money on her. You can see with the way she dresses, her sense of style, Guti, it's very costly. And then you want to go date somebody who's literally out of your league. And then come and complain and say, Marlene, why you no rata chelet? Omolatilonzo mona or rata chelete. So when you went to go fetch somebody that is not within your spending bracket, somebody you cannot afford, and then you want to come back and say girls are gold diggers, this girl likes money, go for somebody who you can actually afford. If you don't want to spend a lot of money on a girl, go for somebody else. Man, who can send I want to go to Fashini. Now I saw like a very nice tabooty shape wear, the kind of stuff that I want to go and spend for, and actually go and buy. Go for somebody that is actually within your spending bracket, somebody you can literally and actually afford. Why do you want to go for somebody that you cannot afford to maintain?
But yeah, you know, of course, you the conversation.
Not even maintenance like fanulum kipeli mali, but like already what I'm saying is sometimes, most of the time, when guys normally complain and say like this girl uthandi mali, it's because they went for umuntu uthi vele uyayithanda natural, and then now umbonile lo muntu uphuza ivev, wamlandela kuma socials abona ukuthi lo muntu uphila ngevev, uphila ngama vacation, wena self akazwa wazikhipha ku vacation, maqeda ufuna ulanda umuntu ohamba ama vacation, why can you keep up with that?
Okay, so, but the conversation wasn't about dating or finances. It was just about ownership over decisions and not taking blame or trying to blame others for the decisions that you make in your life. You know, we all have choices, we all have preferences, and of course, perspective shapes our reality. So, you know, if you choose to live your life a certain way, you cannot blame others for how you choose to live your life. You know, I just feel like, yeah, man, sonke siyazama ukuphila and sonke sinendlela esiphila ngayo. So, you know, you find your tribe and you flourish, man.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Stick to your own lane, find your own tribe.
You'll just repeat it, man.
Sure. Okay.
Girls say, okay, because of who I am, I think someone who earns 5,000 is for me.
Do girls say, because of who I am, I think someone who earns 5,000 is for me? Do you?
Well, some girls do. Like for me, Mina, straight, I'll tell her. For me, for me, it doesn't literally matter how much you earn. I'm just there to literally find a companion. I have dated. Let me finish. Let me cook. I have dated guys who have more money than me. And I've dated guys who don't who like make less money. And I've dated guys all right. Oh bro, ko Johanna Chalet. And to a point or lenankile ka mo fa chale ka baby tswara ko boost. I'm that type of female. For me, it doesn't matter about the money. Laba ka umfa 20 rand. I am very happy.
What I'm asking is, here's a millionaire. The millionaire has a certain lifestyle. Man. Would you be like, you know what, you are too high for me? I would rather go for someone that's in my...
Yeah, he's... for me personally, I would say so that is a bit too high because remember...
You would say no to him.
You wouldn't. Stop lying.
For me, for now, I wouldn't be able to live up to the certain lifestyle he's used to. Even if Labakara Jolly, because I am just low-key. So I'd probably be the like literally like a proper housewife on Tola Moleka Pinifa instead of like being dressed up in Gucci. I don't think I would have maids.
I'm not asking for you to match his lifestyle. I'm saying you would decline the offer.
There's no way.
I don't even know why you explain yourself to Wanele every beer.
I'm not asking every beer. I'm just saying, man, if a woman is here, we're like, that's it. I can't.
Tissy, would you?
No, why are you putting me in this conversation?
No, I get
if being no Paul, like I would have funu Paula, marang Paula, so I don't have anything to say.
Here's the thing. I think this is very interesting for me, and maybe this deserves like what on a Monday or Friday? I don't know. I don't know. So that we can dive deeper.
Spicy,
right? But me, I'll tell you, Chief, if a young Osinyana, a young 30-something, young 43 maybe you would say, hey, Missy Mist.
You did say you'll date a Melf.
I didn't say that. I'm saying if the circumstance was to present itself to me. Here's the thing,
yeah.
Right? And the analogy that I like using in more than most cases, and I think I've used it with quite a few guys as well, in circles in J, is that we make the analogy of soccer to dating, to the dating game, right?
Wow.
So nahana ball.
Hence ma baglen to zan bad need back tribuli.
And dona ba khole litse maala. I ba titilwe.
Dribbled you.
So think of soccer where there's levels, right? More South Africa, the highest level or league is the PSL. This is where Chiefs, Pirates, Sundowns, all these big teams, Super Sport, this is where they play, right? And then wa ikitse gore wena o motho o dlalang mo mahlobo mo. You know yourself. And there's nothing wrong ka go dlala ko mahlobo. A lot of players that are playing in the big league, in the PSL right now, or in the Betway Premiership, ba tsadile ko Puqung ke le Puqa ke re ka seZulu.
Yeah.
Yes, le simolotse go le Puqung or no dlala mo Congo mo. Congo being the grounds that the Kota Festival is going to take place at.
Yeah.
Right, so mawuzazi ukuthi udlala la eCaltex eDobsonville la ngasemafletini udlala lapho uyiplayer elidlala lapho. You can't now want to go nje all of a sudden stukutuku sovula ukudlala ePSL chief uyohlangana nabo Rakhale le nabo banilintsa bo Khatoso bo mama chief you know uyazazi mara ukuthi wena udlala i1 pale kasi.
No, because I mean I've been seeing this on my own socials, right? Where you know, my online community, the guys specifically, like talking about if she's played with the AFCON, then Aungaida or something like that. Like wow, guys!
Africa, wow. Have you played? Have you played? Have you seen the grounds? Have you seen the grounds? No, not in a bad way. I'm not trying to be controversial here, but
AFCON is in dated as the African brothers.
No, not like that.
Like Nigerians and yes.
I mean, there's that analogy, but that's not where I was going with it. My thing is, or my chat is, you have played. Hey man, man. Waban otokomvela, wayako Motsepe League, wayako PSL, so matile, so loco Africa. Waban, it matters not what team you play, but you've played, chief. And then obobatlo bo wa gape ko second division mo kasi mo go dlalang bo musi mistiteng ke gona ya no so batlo re ka chance. Do you get what I'm trying to say? That's where I'm at with it. And so that's how I make the analogy of soccer like that. Chief, you know yourself. Me ke le musi misti mina ngidlala like Caltex. Mina, and I'm happy, I'm comfortable, I'm concise with it. I've made peace with it. I can try. I can go and trial. Or if there's an opportunity and the opportunity presents itself, the coach is like, okay, he's there, and coach, hi, how's it going? I'm a player myself. This is my credentials. This is where I've played. This is my skill level. Understand? Would you be willing to give me the opportunity to come and trial? I'm not saying get in the actual game, but to take a trial for the team and see maybe if I can handle myself.
Wow.
If the coach says, Chief, I'll give you 3 months probation, come on, man, I have to prove myself.
Wow.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? But the conversation is not to end here. The time right about now is 6 minutes after the hour, 8 o'clock. Share your thoughts. What do you think? You know, accountability. There's this guy I came across on social media. I think it was now during the week, a couple of days ago. This guy says, if there was a competition between males and females, right? And whatever amount of money was up for grabs, and women had to go in this house and find something, he bets his life and everyone else's life that woman would not find it. Ask me what it is. Ask me what it is.
What is it?
What do you think it is? Like we're there. There's 10 men, there's 10 ladies. We're going into a house to find something. It's a big house. It's a 20-something room big house. What do you think the thing is that women would not be able to find?
I don't know.
Accountability.
Wow.
Ponder on that for a second.
Wow.
As we run and quickly go pay our bills. You and I and the ladies and the rest of the team will see each other after this cool stuff, man.
How? Chomi, you still cooking with cha, salt and prayers. But don't stress, ungawari, because your time to shine in the kitchen is here. Spices for Africa and the Vooka Breakfast Show have said, let's bless you with some spices that will slap harder than Umama's 7 colors. Vooka Flavor Fridays is here. We're serving flavor, vibes, and vibes with flavor. Flavor Fridays is the only plug you need to turn your kitchen into a 5-star chill spot. For 8 weeks, you stand a chance to win spice hampers that take your meals from meh to just by subscribing and tuning into your daily dose of positivity for an energetic start to the day. So Aibo, what are you waiting for? Don't miss out. Flavor is calling. Waza. How? Chomi, you still cooking with cha, salt and prayers. But Don't stress, ungawari, because your time to shine in the kitchen is here. Amapele Spices for Africa and the Vooka Breakfast Show have said, let's bless you with some spices that will slap harder than Umama's 7 colors. Vooka Flavor Fridays is here. We're serving flavor, vibes, and vibes with flavor. Flavor Fridays is the only plug you need to turn your kitchen into a 5-star chill spot. For 8 weeks, you stand a chance to win spice hampers that take your meals from meh to just by subscribing and tuning into your daily dose of positivity for an energetic start to the day. So Hypo, what are you waiting for? Don't miss out. Flavor is calling. Waza.
Right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, where radio meets TV only and exclusively, where we have all-encompassing, compelling, and of course thought-provoking conversations that are scintillating, aimed at providing both you and I and the rest of the team with so much information and knowledge. Man, do keep sharing your thoughts right here on our comment section on YouTube, and of course across all social media platforms using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. So that's Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms. It doesn't end there. It continues on our WhatsApp line by dialing the number 060-493-3226. That's 060-493-3226. Comment, like, subscribe, and do the things that are necessary to be done so that you and I and the ladies and the rest of the team can keep on sharing our thoughts, our opinions, and everything else in between. Of course, jump onto our website, www.vookadaily.co.za. That's www.vookadaily.co.za. The time right about now is 10 minutes after the hour 8 o'clock on a Thursday morning, the 4th of September. I'm happy, I'm excited. The season is changing, and of course it means a new life coming into fruition, man. Hanging out with myself, the one and only MOOCEE Mist. My name is Musi Mist, and I'm so happy. I'm excited to be both in your presence and in your company. But look, you know that I'm not alone. I'll never ever be alone. There's no way that I can spend time alone with you. I'm always in studio with the amazing ladies right here, the one and only Afri Perry plays all the way from End of Fire. And of course, seated right next to her. West Friend. Hey, you embark on a journey. You know, so the one and only TC Gamazibugo Shabalala. Talk to me, guys. How's it going, man?
See this kaftin.
Yo, yes.
I saw you posting a video this other time. Saying, hey, mo tshwantse baba o vuka ngo-5 in the morning. Ilanga likusha kanje la set up sentin uyalibona malivela kanje, right? Was it right? I saw it on Facebook.
Yeah.
I saw she posted on her Facebook, man. You know?
It's a beautiful road though, man. It's nice to watch the sunrise.
Yeah, it is.
That's something for your day.
Are you a sunrise or sunset person?
Both. I'm a sky person.
I think I'm because I'm an earth sign myself.
Yeah.
I think I'm more, hey dude, I come to life when the sun sets, man.
Really?
Hey man, there's something about the light. I get it in my You know, I'm a vampire, my bro.
You know, I thought I was like the only person who liked the dark. Because yesterday, when you left No Banele to go do the shopping, I was left in Tumsan, bro. I closed the windows, I closed the curtains, and I sat in darkness. Yeah. And then Tumsan came and like, I was like, no, I like the darkness because it matches my skin color.
Wow. Okay.
I was like, no, I enjoy it like that. I was like, no, but why? I'm like, for me, I don't know. For me, sitting in a dark room kind of enables me to like maybe I'm speaking gibberish, but like to use like my foresight and stuff.
Okay.
Because for me, I've always had like, you know what, because I'm like, you know, blind people only see darkness. They can't see the light because they can't see anything, right? And they need to use the other senses. For me, it's just me trying to have the ability to literally sense out where what is without needing the light. And then because the light literally affects my eyes, that's why I like also sitting in darkness.
It's crazy, man. But I'm a night person, man. I can be productive during the course of the day. I can be, you know, but I think I'm able to do it because I must.
Yeah.
But I'm one of those people, man. When nighttime comes, hey man, I can go. I can go, man. Like nka 7, 8 at night and go for hours and hours and hours. I don't know why, but I think maybe it's those types of things. And I don't know how many of you who are listening and watching, follow astrology and star signs and things of that sort. But you know that there is the Virgo in the rising moon, or Virgo in the setting sun, and things of that sort. It's quite a complicated thing that when you go into, it's fascinating to learn about. So how we also differ and what contributes to our different characteristics and abilities and all of those things that have to do or that make up who we are as individuals is whether or not you were born during the day, you were born at night, were you born sunset, or were you born at dusk, things of that sort. Was it Mercury in, there's kind of a thing about it. I remember I went into it for a second. So I see some of you have already been jumping on into a comment section. Very interesting stuff. A bit earlier on, Mam Tembi saying a very good morning team, #Vooka Breakfast Show, #Sivugile on a Thursday. She comes back and she says #Happy Thursday Vooka team and Vooka Nation. God bless and have a great day ahead. Take care. Ladies, good morning. And then she comes back and says, morning, Mr. Mist. Hello, Mom Timbi. I saw you were asking about me yesterday. I was in the comment section and not in the studio. Right? Yeah, man. And you actually said you missed myself and Steve. And Steve and I are in studio this morning. And Steve is seated right there, taking care of our controls, of course, and the technicalities of the show. So welcome. Thank you so much. And we've missed you too. I have missed everyone, couple of days in Yana, 2-3 days in Yana, and it's like, and this speaks to how much the Vooka Breakfast Show has impact in our lives. When you're not here on a day-to-day basis, between the hours of 7 and 10 in the morning, it's like man, something is missing. And then Obuhle comes back or jumps on, says, good morning, Vooka team and Vooka Nation. #Vooka Breakfast Show. #Sivugile. Hello, Obuhle. She comes back and she says, happy Thursday, team. Be blessed. I love that. Miss Q Rams, TC, I'm always fascinated. Not that I want to or I should or I must know who jumps onto a comment section, but I'm always curious, who's hanging out with us, Miss Q Rams says, good morning, Vooka Nation. Be blessed to you all. Hello, Miss Q Rams. Miss Q Rams, oh man, because I feel like worried, man. Yesterday morning when Uslu was here, she was saying that Mokasiaka Kota Festival.
Yes.
So, who are you, Chief? I'm so curious to find out. How Mokasiaka.
Miguel, come into our WhatsApp line, man. 0604933226. Musi is very curious.
No, not very. No, Arsa yet. That's funny, man. That's funny. Because you know why? For the most part, most of the people that jump onto a comment section, we're knowledgeable about them or of them. We know who they are. Uslulago, how him and I know each other. Remember, Usam Geliso commented a while ago. Okay. Afriberry was not here and we were talking about tattoos and Afriberry sent a picture of herself.
Oh, yes.
You remember, some girl also commented, they're brothers.
Oh, wow.
They're brothers. So all three of us have known each other way back in high school, man.
Look at us, man.
Very
creative
cool
spaces.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Absolutely. Very small community, and you can make the connections very easily. So, and then Mom Tembi comes back, says, yes, 133 episodes. The traffic is moving, guys. I love that so much. And then Uluetu says, good morning, Vooka team and Vooka Nation. #Vooka Breakfast Show. #Sivugile and happy Thursday. Be blessed. Thank you, Uluetu. Be blessed as well on your side. Miss Q Rams comes back, says, glad you said that because my status this morning is no matter how much you go through, Hanak away.
Yes.
Say, wake up, smell good, ubange. I love that. Of course.
That's the energy, man. I love that. Sis. That is the energy.
You're in charge, man. You're in charge. You're absolutely in charge, guys. Like when you invite great spirits. And I came across this post. Hey guys, social media really helps us sometimes. It plays such a huge role. I come across this post and it says that now I'm losing my chain of thought, but it was around the thing of just not letting things get you down.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? I'll remember it, man. And it stuck with me. Or it reminded me, you know what? Now who's in charge here?
True.
Matters not what we're going through. Oh, it was speaking towards giving great energy and positivity into the universe.
Yeah.
Right? It says where energy flows, or where great thoughts flow, energy flows, or something along those lines. So when you're not always thinking about burden and isn't this exindayo and umgo and mjolo and work and money and all these negative things, and you start thinking positively, and you start saying, you know what, I'm grateful for all the small things that I have. I am grateful for the gift of life,
man.
I always say that I'm also grateful for the gift, the gift, and the gift that this is the gift of artistry, the gift of creativity, the gift of entertainment, all the spaces that I'm involved in as an artist, as a creative.
Yeah, man.
I'm here for a purpose, and all of us are here. There's no way that any of us are here by mistake.
Yeah.
And so when you start having those positive thoughts, the universe is listening and will take charge and will act in accordance to your thoughts and the energies that you encompass yourself with. So I love that so much, and it stayed with me, and hopefully maybe you can take that for yourself. And then when Elisa comes through, says #Vooka Breakfast Show, #Vooka Nation. I missed you guys.
Hi.
Hello,
Nelly.
Hello, Sis Nelly. How are you doing? I know you're one of the people who always shares what your morning is looking like. Are you in the gym? Are you in the office? Are you working from home? Talk to us. Send us that video.
Man,
I love the energy that Nelisa comes through with, man. And then Simami Kalan is saying #Vooka Breakfast Show. Good morning, Vooka Nation. #Sivugile.
Yeah, man.
And Mam Tembi says, can't see you, team. I hope we're good now. There we go. A huge thank you to Simami. Him and Mr. B came through on Sunday.
Her.
Ooh.
Hey! And then I let him know, but I can't
No, man. Simami asemoto yalo, man.
Yeah, she lives like that.
Her and I have known each other for the longest of times.
For the
man.
longest.
We might not necessarily
You're
be
lucky
like
that she's
close
relaxed.
like that. But we've known each other. So her and I, hello.
Sorry, but I phone you.
Hello.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Look who's calling. Look. Hello. How's it going?
Hello, how are you?
Hello, Katie. Goni.
Right.
We're not too bad on our side.
But Kosiam.
Kate, give me YouTube, Kate. Switch off your YouTube because we can hear ourselves.
Oh, it's I YouTube.
Oh, sakuzwa manje.
Ngifuna ukuphendula ikota festival.
Okay, talk to us, Kate.
Ayakhona ngifuna ama-tickets ayi-2.
Ha! Oh, wow.
Look at you, Kate.
Yazin, she is taking the initiative.
Yeah.
She is taking the bull by the horns. Yebo, Mbogoto. Do that.
It's in Jelly. It's been like 8 years. Ikhona ikota festival, right?
Okay.
And then the official sponsor yabo Blue Ribbon.
Okay.
So gahle wena you called for the tickets,
All of them, my press. She wants all of them.
No, Agiti Vele, she gets one. So it's 2 double tickets, meaning, she's getting 2 for herself.
Yeah.
I want to let Subani Kataren. Oh, sorry, can you
For
do
her
that
and
again?
her friend, that whoever she's bringing to share Kota with.
Thank you very much, Katie. Welcome, You just won yourself a set of 1 double tickets to the Soweto Kota Festival. Ekudala singakuboni ungasilahlekeli lapho.
Yazini. Ni right kodwa?
Everybody's
right,
good.
babe.
Everybody's good, man. We are keeping on, sisters. Siakbona, you also out there doing the things, man. So what how's your morning? Ugupi.
I'm about to leave right now.
You're about to leave it. You're still at home.
Usayo design usanini for a fashion blog Kate sibona impahla zakho manje ngithi soyathunguyisa manje uyathunga manje.
Yeah, the thing is ngisayenza esikolweni. When I'm done kula ngizokwazi ukuzithungela mina by myself, yabo.
Akunankinga, we just hope that me and TC were getting outfits, ne?
Obvious.
Yeah,
Let me tell you, I wanted to come on Monday, ne?
Yeah.
But things also, because when I say it, I don't come. So I will just like guys, like I'm an official of filmmaker, screenwriter, like in certificates.
How TC when I get a TC when I catch a cake
Yeah, bo. Konje when niyahlanya
No,
guys, I
man.
miss you so much.
We miss you and thank you very much for entering the competition, man. We can't wait to see
and of
you
course calling
on
because
Saturday.
you are our first caller. Give her boo 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 boo.
Yeah. Ngiyayicela ngifuna ukuyizwa pop yami.
Wizwile ke.
No problem. Thank you so much, guys.
Okay, bye.
Asizokuthinta
Bye,
later on
sweetheart.
sitshela ukuthi uzothola kanjani amathikithi wakho neKate.
No problem.
Bye.
Bye.
Wow. Yeah, man. And it's as easy as that. You can also win the remaining ticket. The number is 0604933226. Come through, man. Come through with those answers. Come through.
Konje, what's the other question? I need to. The first question was how long has the Soweto Kota Festival been running? Which Kate just
When I'll pay attention. She answered both. I need to work the deal. What she answered both.
I need to bring a phone when if bakhohliwe. Hey, now we are busy. I need to they take time to listen. So I know you're just supposed to say the question.
It's okay. I actually think we already have our other winner because on our social media streets, man, we have seen the comments. So that's all the tickets for the Soweto Kota Festival gone.
Yeah, they are.
You know, fast fingers win.
Fastest live long, Baba.
You know what? Fast
Fastest live
fingers
long.
first, man. The fastest fingers win. And of course, you know, if you had also, you know, gone and had the courage to call, you would have also gotten your ticket live on the show. So yeah, those are 2 tickets gone. 2 double tickets to the Soweto Kota Festival. So we will be seeing Kate out there and our other winner. And so you can also go through to our social media platforms because our other giveaways are still going on. We still have Flavor Fridays coming up tomorrow. So you can also get that Amapelepele spice hamper, man. So you can get to cooking. Maybe you can, you know, put it in your kotanyana, in your chips, you know, put those that chip spice on those chips, you know, and maybe those sauces because man, we know Gucci the chisa peri peri sauce. La evuga, it's the fave. Bayithanda abantu basevuka ichisa peri peri sauce.
Hey wena ungayikhuluma.
Amapelepele bayithanda.
Fanele basitshele because ngathi bayifaka ikorobela.
Yeah, man. So you can also, you know, still get your tickets for the Soweto Kota Festival out there so you can come and join us and have fun because man, tell us what is your ultimate Kota combo?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking forward to that. I heard Slula yesterday morning saying that the quota started about 80 rands, but I think it's worth it, man.
Yeah.
It's quite worth it.
It's vibes, bro. Like they bringing like artists, so you're getting live music, you're getting
for 150. That's crazy,
right?
Like,
you're getting live music. You're getting all the Soweto Kota spots in one place.
Yeah.
So if you've ever wanted to try a specific Kota from a specific vendor, you can go to, you know, you can just come to a Soweto Kota Festival, one venue for all the Kota vendors, man.
He said they have 75 stalls now for Amakota.
Imagine.
But 120 stalls all in total.
Yeah, man.
It's crazy.
If you've got your Soweto faves, man, drop them right here in the comment section. What is your ultimate Kota combo? And what's that one place, La Soweto, where now who's Kota you're like, I upecha ngayo. Uti, this is the best kota esotra. Like this one, I stand on 10 toes, man.
Yeah.
Stand on 10 toes with this one. So yeah, man, come into the chat, let us know. And of course, don't forget to just follow us on the social media platforms. It's at Vooka Breakfast Show.
Vooka Breakfast.
Yeah, it's the
and apparently
tiredness in
there's
my
also,
brain.
so on Saturday they'll also be announcing the winner of the best quarter.
Oh yeah, that 25K prize, man.
25K prize,
25K.
25,000.
Yeah,
The
there's
best
a
quarter.
prize
Yeah.
for 25K.
Or is that the one that he was talking about? They have judges and stuff like that.
Yes,
Yes.
judged
And they've actually gone through the process of.
yeah, so the announcement is just happening on Saturday.
On Saturday.
I think.
On Sunday.
He said Saturday
That's
or
crazy.
Sunday.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think he said Saturday.
That's crazy. So, Mwanagoha, that's what we're gearing up for and looking forward to this weekend. Of course, along with that, the one and only MWOCWE Mist is turning 25. I'm a big boy now.
Where is a big dreamer?
What's that song?
Hey. What are the groove you're supposed to tell us?
What song are you trying to sing?
And a big boy. Yeah.
You want a bamba?
Yeah.
You want to chill with the big boys?
I'm a big boy now. I'm a big boy, man. So I'm turning 25 on Saturday. And sorry? Yeah. It's a big age.
He's been 25 for the last 25 years.
For the last, my own age.
He's been 25 for the last 25
Remember the
years.
movie that we did as a review a couple of months ago? In Time.
Oh, yes.
Justin Timberlake and Amanda Seyfried.
Yeah.
In Time, when you turn 25 and then your clock starts running. So that's me. I'm frozen in time. Yeah. On Saturday, it's gonna hit me. On Saturday, it's gonna hit me. And then we're gonna use time as currency. So I wanna go home. A bit earlier on, UTC gave you, or rather, Afriberry gave you a couple of news headlines. And as per the usual thing that we do right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, and all of them were all surrounding Masemola. And the one that stuck out for me is the clash between him and Usibi.
Yeah.
Right, very, very, very interesting stuff. Let me see if I can get that one. Masemola Sibiya clash over suspension in Pretoria Court. Police Commissioner Fani Masemola and Deputy Shadrack Sibiya are locked in a legal dispute now before a full bench of the High Court in Pretoria. Judges Ibisa, Tusi, Moshwana and Davis will preside. Sibiya has submitted a supplementary affidavit arguing that Masemola abstracted the Madlanga Commission by misleading or mishandling 121 dockets tied to the political killings task team. It's crazy. It's crazy. Says here, he's not being punished. Masemola tells court Sibiya's case is premature.
Wow.
I don't know. Have you looked into it? Have you heard anything about it?
No. Well, honestly, right now, when it comes to what's happening in the news and obviously the politics,
Yeah,
it's a mess. And I feel obviously there's a certain narrative that's being pushed across all the platforms. Not that it's pushed, but the things that are happening right now are all due to just issues within the parties and, GNU and the fact that streamlining anything. There's no cohesion, nothing. Everybody's fighting everyone. So who's leading here? Okay, I'm seeing Guti Cyril at the moment, right? He's trying to take some sort of leadership, and of course, as expected, members of the GNU fight him at every corner. So,
do you think maybe it stemmed from a place where all the people who are in the GNU, the parties, members of parliament, ministers, just the leadership of the country, do you think maybe it stemmed from a place, or even perhaps influenced by the fact that there isn't common ground that's being found?
Yeah, because
that's being established.
Yeah. I perhaps that that's that, but also the fact that right now I think it's just a thing of everybody trying to get leverage
over one another.
Yeah, for elections.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Because it's like, okay, ngiyabona siyabambisana manje, but angifuni ukubanani la.
Yeah.
Ngifuna ukuphatha.
Seems like they're fighting.
You know, so
it seems like they're fighting.
They're fighting for shares because South Africa's
P2ILTD. That was a very interesting perspective that Ute had, man. And slowly, gangane iyaziveza.
Yeah.
You know that same
hey,
gangane South Africa iyavela. You know that the leadership there's a thing, I don't know if you can play it. It's by another broadcasting platform, you know. Let me see if I can find that very quickly, and Steve, maybe you can play it on that side. But this lady was spitting knowledge after knowledge, man, bars on bars. No. Let me see. But yeah, man, that's what the country is facing. Says here, he is not being punished. Masemola tells the court that Sibiya's case is premature. According to Masemola's legal team, Sibiya would return to his duties if no suspension is imposed. All right. National Police Commissioner Fanny Masemola has defended his decision to place Deputy National Police Commissioner Shadrack Sibiya on a leave of absence. The two senior officers faced off in the Gauteng High Court in Pretoria on Wednesday, where Sibiya sought reinstatement and an interdict to block any further disciplinary action. Masemola's decision to remove Sibiya from duty followed corruption allegations by KwaZulu-Natal Police Commissioner Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, who accused him of being a criminal. And says Mkhwanazi further claimed that Sibiya played a leading role in the disbandment of the South African Police Service's political killings task team. Sibiya says he still respects Masemola despite court battle over stay-at-home decision. Sibiya has, however, denied the accusation and contended that the decision to place him on leave was unlawful. Very, very, very interesting stuff. I don't know how to feel about this one, my brother. Like the country's unraveling. The country is unraveling politically so, and what Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi did, man, it sparked a whole lot of fire in the political landscape of South Africa. So it's crazy, and now we're seeing people coming through and showing their true colors and their true intentions. But I have something for you, and this was shared on another platform. I hope that we will not be flagged for this one, but I found it very, very interesting. And this person was in conversation with a leader, a member of parliament, and the member of parliament could not take accountability and could not reconcile and say, yes, we were wrong. It might not necessarily be aligned with the Fanny Masemola and Sibiya's case, but it also speaks to the unraveling that's happening in our country in terms of, or with regards to the political landscape in South Africa and our leaders, South African leaders. People who should be leading this country at the forefront for the better and the improvement of the country, just in general, holistically, right? They are failing us completely, failing the nation utterly and completely. But for now, let's take a look at what we have here, and then you and I can keep on sharing our thoughts and opinions and everything else in between. Cool stuff. There seems to be no sound. Sure. We'll have that for you in a second, but I found this quite interesting. When I saw this, and I don't know about you and how closely you've been following all the things that are happening in the political landscape of South Africa, man, but it's bad. It's completely bad, especially after what transpired last year at the voting polls, man. I was very, very interested to find out, what the country was going to do and how the country was going to vote, with regards to the elections that took place last year, May. Sure, no worries. Let's try and play it right here on my end. And let me see. There we go. Just download it. Sure, no worries.
It's not acceptable in a time we.
But it's very, very interesting to see how our leaders cannot take accountability. I spoke of accountability a bit earlier on, and it was just in a form of joking. But this time around, it's not
acceptable.
serious thing. So let's hear what this lady had to say, and then we can share and unpack on it a bit deeper. Are we good to go? Gustav?
It's not acceptable in a time where we're being told that the country is going through 43% unemployment rate, 62% of young people that are unemployed, and a GDP growth rate that is tittering between 0.1 and 0.6%. And then we're going to hear that our taxpayers are using 3 million rand in New York. It is unconscionable. It is intolerable. And you should be the ones that are better leading in exercising discernment on how much money gets spent, especially with conferences. You know this. You are in leadership.
So I'm saying that is what has happened, and we have learned from it and ourselves, that you will realize that with that, something that has happened. And,
I'm sorry, DJ, that's not good enough. That is not good enough. You can't come on air and say, yes, we spent 3 million rand of a taxpayer's money and we have learnt our lesson. 3 million rand you've spent of taxpayers' money and you're saying that you learned your lesson. That's not good enough. Because that 3 million rand, I can imagine, even if it was 2 million rand or 1 million rand, I can imagine how much work it would have done, that 1 million rand, in a country where ordinary South Africans are being told to tighten their belts. And yet we go to spend in New York and South Africans must just say, we forgive you, next time do better. No, you are the leaders of this country, not us. You are the ones that are supposed to be setting an example.
No, you're right.
DG, yeah, I'm going to leave it here, but at best, I'm disappointed at the fact that we can come and say that we've learned our lesson after we spent 3 million rand. It is intolerable. No South African should tolerate that. And if you had to ask me, that's the reason why anybody should be suspended. Let's leave it here. From the Department of Social Development, the Director General, Peter Nichipa.
It is completely appalling. It is utterly disrespectful and distasteful. There's no reconciling. There's no saying that, hey, like, guys, what's happening in our country is bad, man. It is completely bad. So I want to share your thoughts. Talk to me. 3 million has been spent.
And then they say they've learned a lesson. How do you learn your lesson after spending money that's not even for you? You are not even supposed to do that. You cannot go and spend 3 million that was meant to help people, alleviate poverty so that people could live better, be able to buy food, or maybe work within the government infrastructure itself. And then you come back and say, you have learned your lesson. What lesson did you learn? You should have learned your lesson when you saw other political figures, other high people getting pinched, getting arrested, and now attending cases because of money that they stole. You should have learned from that. You can't say you learned after eating the money.
Chief, it's sad. It's sad. It's completely sad, and there's no justifying it. There's no saying, hey, maybe they will learn. Clearly we're being taken for granted and we're being taken for fools, and this is just one of many issues that we're facing in this beautiful country and nation of ours that is South Africa. And the funny thing is, for me, a lot of black Americans are making their way down here. There's this thing that's happening recently, I think in the last year or two, that a lot of people have been coming to South Africa wanting to get this authenticity, this concept of Ubuntu, all the great things that we have to offer, or what the country has to offer in its entirety. Just last night, I was looking at this guy, and he was saying that he was just researching, and he was on the internet. You remember the thing that he Dobsonville like 10 years ago?
Oh yes, so taking a look at the infrastructures, how they lived 10 years before and after.
He was doing that himself, and he's like, I'm gonna stop looking at South Africa until I find an ugly place. And he goes to Bloemfontein, he goes to Cape Town, he comes to Joburg, he went to the Western Cape, and then he landed somewhere in Cape Town. It was like an industrial area or like an office park, which didn't look so great, but it's like, Chief, there's so much that the country has to offer, man, and a lot of people are making their way down here, spending months, even years, sometimes a year or two. I know of this guy, like the guy that we were talking about, the Demoshes. Were you here?
Oh, he was not here.
He was not here. People like that who are constantly and continuously reviewing what South Africa has to offer. But it's sad that our political landscape is appalling. And it's horrendous right now. Like, there's no saying justifying it or looking at it from another point of view or another angle and saying, but anyway, that's just what we had to share with you on this morning when it comes to the news headlines, right? I see on our comment section, Miss Q Rams came through saying, lol, I do know all of you, but I know Banele more. We grew up together. Shit. Oh wow, very cool stuff.
Explain, honey, explain.
Yeah, man. So that's what's going on. A bit later on, we're obviously going to give you a word of the day and our daily bread, essentially, today in history and all of those great, amazing stuff. And then after that, we're going to be hanging out with the one and only Keke from Keke's restaurant, right? Keke's kitchen. And of course, she'll be preparing a kota right in front of our eyes. And this is anticipation and gearing up and looking forward to what the Soweto Kota Festival 2025 has to offer. Uslulego was here, Putislu, as he's affectionately known, was here yesterday, just uncovering and going in depth about all the things that will be taking place out there at Congo. That's how we know it, Dobsonville. But it is the grounds that are right next to the Dobsonville Stadium. This is on the weekend of the 6th and the 7th, the first weekend of September, and promises to be a great event. But with that being said, let's quickly go pay our bills, and you and I and the rest of the team will see each other right after this. Continuously giving you scintillating conversations right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show after the break. Cool stuff.
Escape the ordinary and discover the extraordinary with Soweto Tours. Whether you're a group of friends or a family looking for a memorable getaway, Soweto Tours has you covered. Our all-inclusive tours take you to South Africa's most stunning destinations, from the scenic beauty of Mpumalanga to the vibrant life of Gauteng and the coastal charm of Durban.
Hey Vooka Nation, welcome to the Amapela Spices Pots and Pans. So in today's recipe, I'll be showing you how to marinate your meat just to create a quick braai or barbecue. Let's dive right in. So the spices that I'll be making use of is smoked paprika. This is very essential to give your meat that burst of flavor. And one of my favorite spices as well is the Amapela Grill Zonke spices. Now, this spice here, you can grill anything. We're talking meat, we're talking boerewors, chicken, and this is the only spice that you need. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna add some of these spices right here on my bowl. So I've got a little bit of oil here, okay? And I'm gonna add the spices, and I'm gonna use the oil right here as a binder just to create more flavor on the spices. Okay, so I'm just gonna add half a teaspoon of smoked paprika onto this bowl right here. and then I'll mix it with the grill zonke spices. So now that I've mixed the spices with a bit of oil, I'm going to go ahead and blend this right here. So we're looking for a thick paste. Now that we've got the marinade prepared, typically what I like to do is to marinate the meat, leave it overnight, so that tomorrow when we have the braai, the flavors would have been infused right into the meat and it should taste beautifully. So I've got my brush right here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and marinate the meat. So for today's recipe, I made use of amapelepele smoked paprika, as well as amapelepele grill zonke spice. See you guys tomorrow morning, and we'll show you the entire recipe once it has been completed. As you saw in the video, that was shot yesterday, and it's been 24 hours. Got my grill here, and these are the spices that I was making use of. Smoked paprika, I love this one right here because it gives that smoked flavor. And then I also made use of grill zonke spice. Now, as mentioned in the video, this allows you to grill any kind of meat, right? So we're talking chicken, red meat, you name it. Okay, so I've got the meat right here, and I'll go ahead and put this in the grill. And yeah, you can see that it's quite messy right here. And I'll put this on the grill. And then once I'm done cooking this, we're gonna cycle back at the studio. And yeah, once I'm done, guys, I'll show you what the entire meal looks like. But yeah, this is it for right now. So this is Chef Baninda reporting in. And right now, I'm gonna add the boerewors, which is also spiced. And the recipe is on our website. Now, a quick note about the spices. If you're looking at ordering your own spices, you can go over to www.amapelepele.co.za, and you can also order via the WhatsApp line. And we'll provide the details right in the description of this WhatsApp video. So, YouTube video, sorry. And you can also order via WhatsApp. So if you are in Gauteng, you can also receive delivery at no cost, but the spices are delivered across the country, but only in Gauteng. That's when you can.
How? Chomi, you still cooking with cha, salt and prayers. Yo. But don't stress, ungawari, because your time to shine in the kitchen is here. Amapelepele Spices for Africa and the Vooka Breakfast Show have said, let's bless you with some spices that will slap harder than Umama's 7 colors. Vooka Flavor Fridays is here. We're serving flavor, vibes, and vibes with flavor. Flavor Fridays is the only plug you need to turn your kitchen into a 5-star chill spot. For 8 weeks, you stand a chance to win spice hampers that take your meals from meh to just by subscribing and tuning into your daily dose of positivity for an energetic start to the day. So Hypo, what are you waiting for? Don't miss out. Flavor is calling. Waza.
Escape the ordinary and discover the extraordinary with Soweto Tours. Whether you're a group of friends or a family looking for a memorable getaway, Soweto Tours has you covered. Our all-inclusive tours take you to South Africa's most stunning destinations, from the scenic beauty of Mpumalanga to the vibrant life of Gauteng and the coastal charm of Durban.
My name is Moketi Maimane.
Catch us every weekday morning, Monday to Friday, between 7 and 10.
Right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, brought to you by the Blinko Network.
Always bringing you the best content possible.
Vooka Nati, wake up with us and kickstart your day on a great note.
This is your energetic start to the day.
name is Moketi Maimane.
Catch us every weekday morning, Monday to Friday between 7 and 10.
Right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, brought to you by the Blinko Network.
Always bringing you the best content possible.
Vooka Nati, wake up with us and kickstart your day on a great note.
This is your energetic start to the day.
And we're back. This is the part where we add flavor to your mornings. Of course, right now we are with Keke's Kitchen. Now you're wondering, Keke, why her kitchen? Kwenzakalani? Ukeke ubani? Why is this kitchen like it? But then now you're about to find out right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, because right here we have one of the vendors for the number one destination this Heritage Month. That is Soweto Kota Festival. Because Yazin, what best way to celebrate the heritage of Msotra than with the Kota? The one thing right here where it has everything that has kasi flavor, creativity, and of course it combines and connects the community. But yeah, without any further ado, right here is Ukeke from Keke's Kitchen. She's gonna let us know what is it that she's going to make for us today. Good morning, Keke, and of course, welcome to the Vooka Breakfast Show. How are you?
I'm good, thanks, and you?
I'm great. I cannot wait to see what you have for us. Of course, everybody is getting a taste of why kahle kahle. We sifuna ukubanikeza ifomu ukuthi yazini beze lapha eSoweto Kota Festival bezodla nathi, right? So, okay, what are you making for us today?
Today, since I'm a kota.
Right, obvious. That's the name of the game. But yeah, do you have any special name for this kota that you're making for us?
Oh, re tlo ba le Soweto kota, re bena le K1 kota.
Oh,
I'm from
nice.
Katlehong.
Oh, nice. Yes. Shout out, man. Katlehong represents. She's not even Katlehong. You see, guti ikota kahle kahle akusiye yeSoweto kuphela. Yemzansi kahle kahle. It's the ultimate heritage meal yasemzansi. So, of course, you saying guti this is you're going to make us a K1 and a
Soweto kota.
Oh, okay. So let's start. Right here, we already have our
bread.
Toasted French bread.
Yes.
French toast. Toast French. Okay. Yeah, okay. And then now what are we going to add? Of course, before we add, before sikhuluma ngamakota, ngicela ukuthi wena uzi-introduce girl. Ngoba okay, behind the kota we must know the person, yabo. Si connect no girl. So, wena ubani, Keke mang and Keke's Kitchen kyako kai ize kanjani?
Okay. My name is Keke Tsomosia. I'm the founder of Keke's Kitchen. Keke's Kitchen is a food business that began from the deep love for food and cooking. The mission is to serve the best quality food. Then today we're going to serve the best quality kota. We're looking forward for Soweto Kota Festival.
Yeah! Boo, 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 boo. Of course, man, we're also excited to get a sneak peek and a sneak taste at what you are bringing to the table. Literally, girl. So yeah, Ascali, girl. Without wasting time, let's start.
All right.
Let's jump straight into it. Now we are making the K1 kota. Sizoqala kuzenza K1 kota, which has
the acha.
Okay.
There's no kota without acha.
Yes. Sonke siyazi. Ngeke ushiye iacha ku kota. Of course, unless you musi. Yes. But yeah.
Ikhona ngana kota choosela ukuthi ufuna.
Yeah, ukuthi acha bayifaka or bayifaki. Okay.
Then some fries way too.
Nice. Add them fries. So, Ikeke's Kitchen ikuphi Katlehong? Like address here.
Semleleki.
Okay.
Number 3128 Katlehong South.
Katlehong South.
Yes, Katlehong South.
Okay, now we uhlala Katlehong South.
Yes.
Oh, nice. Katlehong. So you run from the business from your home, or do you have?
We're only doing my event for now.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's like you attend like markets, you sell at markets.
Yes, I sell at markets. I'm doing the Soweto Kota Festival. Wow. Yes.
Okay. That's okay. That means Ikeke's Kitchen is exclusive, Moss.
Yes.
Yeah, you can only get it at certain places when you attend certain things.
Yes.
Okay. Well, Leo exclusivity. We let our live Vooka Breakfast Show, and that's what we love. So it's got Now, okay. Lettuce.
Since I had to kick a kitchen, lettuce.
You're
eating healthy.
Yeah, boy. Until I'm eating healthy. Yes, man. Add that tata. Veggie afuneke emzimbeni.
Yeah, you never.
So, kota, we're putting the...
Okay. This one, so you have a beef patty.
Nice.
Then we have our barbecue.
Oh, courtesy Amapele Spices for Africa. Thank you, man. She's going to use the Nandi glaze, the barbecue glaze. The Nandi barbecue glaze. The Nandi glaze barbecue sauce. Yo, as the Nandi glaze barbecue sauce.
Then we have egg here as well.
Okay, then we're gonna add our egg. Ooh, vele for mina yazi in these days ikota without ikana.
Yes, now you're coming.
These days anda in a cheese. Sikota. Yang ropa. Ooh. Okay, so we're gonna add the cheese. And then the biliboto. Shothi nje wena amakota wakho.
Cheese here.
Wenza sure? No, man, she's making sure.
Bacon as well.
Nice.
We have a rib patty.
Oh wow.
The K1 has a rib patty.
Rib patty.
Okay.
With our secret sauce.
Yes, the secret is in the sauce. Yeah, the secret is in the sauce.
Yes.
Okay. That's the secret sauce.
Cool, man. It smells amazing.
Thank you.
It looks wonderful.
It does. It looks proper.
And then
We'll just
we have
even
our
cut
table.
It's crazy, no?
And I'm an avocado lover. I know Guti Nikona Nina Lava and I'm a hater, not loving on Avo, but man, Avo. Gee. It is the one, Musi. Avo is the one, Musi. And then Uti Nyakashi.
Can snack.
Yebo. Ha.
Yes. It's our K1 quarter.
K1 for Kiki. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, I was putting my own spin. How she's the star of the show right now. Cause like you.
This looks amazing.
No, man.
Then we done.
Now we're going to the Soweto.
Soweto one.
See, Soweto, see them Sotra.
No archer.
No, that one he's cheering. Musi is cheering.
Everyone
Musi getting excited. They're like, okay, no archer. Oh wow, something finally for me.
Chip spice.
Ooh, chip spice, nice.
Not the normal one, hey?
Yes.
Yeah.
Chip spice that went to Crawford.
Awesome.
It looks cool. So, Keke, how much would the K1 cost?
The K1 will cost 130.
Nice.
Yes,
okay.
130 is worth it. Hey? We have a rib patty. You get
2 patties, a rib patty, a beef patty, Russian.
Yeah.
Okay. Then here we just turn it on. It's double. Yes, double.
So it's not a gota without an egg and a,
nope.
and a patty.
It's not gota without.
No. It doesn't have a burger.
Otherwise, like,
you can have it as a breakfast. You can have it
true.
as lunch.
Yeah, that's how
people will sleep cheap, but sleep at the office.
Cheese. Spaghetti cheese, yeah, too.
So what's the inspiration behind the names K1 and Soweto?
Sikhulele kasi, remember then Ramele sihlezi. I need to represent it.
Yes, it's representation.
I need to represent it so well.
You know, I love that. Yeah, boo.
Yes. 2 patties.
2 patties right there. 2 cheeses. Nice.
Cheese.
Extra cheese.
Extra cheese.
Ngobe msotra si cheese.
You understand?
Msotra si cheesy, man. Double cheese and double patty in the Soweto one. That one is it's giving for Musi because nje akafunanga le arch. It's giving.
Yeah, burger, bacon.
And then with the bacon, she added the bacon and 2 patties. And then nerashin phezulu guys, futhi.
Chop it off with Russian.
Yo.
We have a cheese.
Cheese griller?
Vienna, yeah.
Okay, so it's a cheese griller and then nerashin nje straight up. Ooh, iphika likhohlela kanjani? Yo. Wow.
Mothanda inyama.
Yes.
Lapha sokusotha out.
Okay.
Yes.
It's crazy.
No way, bro.
Yes way.
Yes way. Everyone here in studio saying no way, bro. Yes way. This is what you can expect at the Soweto Kota Festival this coming weekend, man. 6 and 7 September. One destination, 75 kotas, especially including this one, man. The K1 kota and of course the Soweto kota from KK's Kitchen. Come and have a taste, guys. Khalisa khali.
And the Soweto, how much will it cost?
Let me move these away for you. Okay, let me get you a tablecloth.
So, Keke, how much would the Soweto cost?
The Soweto, it's only 80 bucks.
80
bucks.
Okay, that's cool. That's reasonable. I love that. Very, very reasonable. Very reasonable. So your quotas start because we had Uslulego yesterday right here in studio, and he is the
events
coordinator.
Yes.
Right, and he was mentioning that the quotas will start from around 80 rands all the way
from
to
70 to upwards.
70.
Yes.
Oh, okay, I
we
see.
do have that's one little paloni, you understand?
Oh,
so
I
last
see.
time my beef patty.
Yes, you saw
and the
double.
And the quality corner.
Yes. Great quality.
Yes.
I see you.
So there are the cherry on top, cherry tomato on top. Yebo, the cherry tomato on top.
Chief, this is Kota that went to private school.
Yeah,
this is
private school
Yeah,
kotas.
Kota. You remember Uslulego mentioned?
These are the ones, man. He did say, man, it's going to be worth it coming there and tasting all this cuisine, man. All the gases that what they have to offer. They're all coming to one destination, Msotra, the home of the Kota.
Yeah.
You know? So, of course, now done and dusted. The K1 Kota and the Soweto Kota. Which one are you having this weekend? Comment right there in the comment section. We want to know your choice. Which one are you coming through for? Are you coming through for the K1 Kota? Or are you Team Msotra? You know, are you coming through for that Soweto Kota, man? Double cheese, double patty, cheesy. Ngoba niyasazi I'm a cheese boy and I'm a cheese girl right here on this side about Dobsonville.
Come on. You know, man. You know what we do,
you know,
man.
I see what you did there. Eh? Ngoba Umusi says that you say Dobsonville. And of course, the Soweto one has double cheese. So she says cheese.
And you remember how Stuart mentioned yesterday that ungeze get 25 rand. Like,
No, guys. Come ready to eat. Come hungry. As you can see, man, the kotas are going to be filling. They mouth watering.
Definitely.
Quality, premium stuff. Of course, I am still waiting for your comments. Which one? Because mina nyazazi mina which one I'm going for. Manje mina ngifuna ukwazi yakhi choice.
K1.
I'm going for the K1.
I'm tempted. As much as I am a born and bred Sowetan, right?
Yeah,
right
man.
here in Dobsonville. But
going
I
for
think
the K1.
I would take the K1 without Arch.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Yeah.
K1 without Archer. And then, of course, because we're going to be working and we should respect our job and the brand, right?
Yes.
You will pair it nyana ka cold drinking nyana, soda water nyana, something nyana. But if you are not like us and you will not be working and celebrating, then some
Yeah, man. Remember, amazing things await you this weekend at the Soweto Kota Festival, including these amazing creations from KK's Kitchen. So, of course, whether you're having the K1
or the Soweto kota, it does not matter. You will be indulged in flavor and quality food right here at right here in Dobsonville, right? Soweto, right next to the Ngase Stadium, Aguko Gute from the Vooka Breakfast Show studios. Maybe if you're lucky, you can follow us home, Angaz.
And like maybe have like a young Tonya. Yeah, definitely.
I will.
So, Keke, as just in closing, what do you do usually? Like, do you have anything else other than amakota that you do and that you can offer?
Yes, we do have, depending on event, this event, because now, since I got a kota festival.
Yes.
Then Snoggy Mama Cat is saying the lasagna again.
Ooh.
Then, yes.
Hello. Okay, I was saying my pots and pans, man. Yes, yeah.
Then swapegili yes.
Man, I'm glad you diversify. That's what I call a proudly South African moment. Ugelo wazuyenza yonke into yala eMzansi. Yazini athi wena bo mapapa, athi wena bo ma prime meat, athi bo ma whatever you're looking for, man. Come to Keke's Kitchen because that's where it's at. Of course, Soweto Kota Festival is where all destinations are, where everybody's headed, all roads are headed to. That is the ultimate destination this weekend, where you can experience culture, creativity, and of course, all the food and flavor that Soweto and all the other Mzansi townships have to offer. Because we just found out, man, she's from Katlehong, Kota Uzem Sotra. She's bringing that to Soweto. And of course, you can join us right there. We will be there, and you can also then, feature somewhere, somehow in our little documentary where we will be documenting everything that will be happening at the Soweto Kota Festival. So again, now you can come and be a star in our show, and of course maybe uzositshela nawe ukuthi how are you going to pay these, with what sauce are you going to pay one of these kotas, right? And maybe we will give you the sauce. You never know. You never know, man. Because Rana Vooka Breakfast Show, we are the ultimate vibe dealer. We are the vibe plug, and we're bringing all the vibes straight to you. So stay tuned, but don't go anywhere because we still have a lot more that we are going to bring you. And yeah, man. Keke, any last words? So how much are any of these nje? Just for anybody wondering. So this one is 130 and the Sotra one?
This one is 80 rand.
80 rand. So 80 rand for that one.
Reasonable, no?
Very reasonable. 80 rand for the Soweto Kota, and of course 130 for the K1. Yabona, so uyanisiza ukuthi budget, clear budget sorted, man. Ukeke very open about her prices, and of course now you can come with your money ready, and of course your stomachs empty, because get ready to feast. So stay tuned as we are going to bring you more on your daily dose of positivity for that energetic start to the day. But before Samba, Keke, where can anybody find you? Social media pages.
Facebook page is Keke's Kitchen, and TikTok is Keke's Kitchen 3.
Yes. Okay. Keke's Kitchen and Keke's Kitchen 3. And that's on TikTok. You're only on TikTok and Facebook.
And Facebook, yes.
Okay. Facebook is Keke's Kitchen, and of course TikTok, Keke's Kitchen 3. Don't go anywhere. How? Chomi, you still cooking with cha, salt, and prayers. But don't stress, ungawari, because your time to shine in the kitchen is here. Amapele Spices for Africa and the Vooka Breakfast Show have said, let's bless you with some spices that will slap harder than Umama's 7 colors. Vooka Flavor Fridays is here. We're serving flavor, vibes, and vibes with flavor. Flavor Fridays is the only plug you need to turn your kitchen into a 5-star chill spot. For 8 weeks, you stand a chance to win spice hampers that take your meals from meh to just by subscribing and tuning into your daily dose of positivity for an energetic start to the day. So Hypo, what are you waiting for? Don't miss out. Flavor is calling. Waza.
Escape the ordinary and discover the extraordinary with Swellappeal Tours. Whether you're a group of friends or a family looking for a memorable getaway, Swellapil Tours has you covered. Our all-inclusive tours take you to South Africa's most stunning destinations, from the scenic beauty of Mpumalanga to the vibrant life of Gauteng and the coastal charm of Durban.
My name is Moketi Maimane.
Catch us every weekday morning, Monday to Friday, between 7 and 10.
Right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, brought to you by the Blinko Network.
Always bringing you the best content possible.
Vooka Nati, wake up with us and kickstart your day on a great note.
This is your energetic start to the day.
How? Tommy, you still cooking with cha, salt, and prayers. Yo. But don't stress, ungawari, because your time to shine in the kitchen is here. Amapele Spices for Africa and the Vooka Breakfast Show have said, let's bless you with some spices that will slap harder than Umama's 7 colors. Vooka Flavor Fridays is here. We're serving flavor, vibes, and vibes with flavor. Flavor Fridays is the only plug you need to turn your kitchen into a 5-star chill spot. For 8 weeks, you stand a chance to win spice hampers that take your meals from meh to just by subscribing and tuning into your daily dose of positivity for an energetic start to the day. So Hypo, what are you waiting for? Don't miss out. Flavor is calling. Waza.
Hey Vooka Nation, welcome to the Amapele Spices Pots and Pans. So in today's recipe, I'll be showing you how to marinate.
Escape the ordinary and discover the extraordinary with Swellapil Tours. Whether you're a group of friends or a family looking for a memorable getaway, Swellapil Tours has you covered. Our all-inclusive tours take you to South Africa's most stunning destinations, from the scenic beauty of Mpumalanga to the vibrant life of Gauteng and the coastal charm of Durban.
The time right about now is 15 minutes after the hour 9 o'clock. It's 45 minutes before 10 o'clock, and before we wrap it up this morning, we're just hanging out with Ukeke all the way from the south, K1, and she was sharing some of the quotas that you and I can look forward to this coming Saturday and Sunday right here in Dobsonville, next to the Dobsonville Stadium for the Soweto Kota Festival. I almost said something that the Blue Ribbon 8th annual Soweto Kota Festival, right? And I'm looking forward to it because along with that, I'm going to be celebrating my birthday as well on Saturday. So it's going to be fusing work with, of course, a celebration and fun. Excuse me. I'm seeing a few of you have already jumped on into our comment section, sharing your thoughts and your opinions. Upaseka Sonamzi, hello my brother. How's it going, Proro? Heita Prayaga. Paseka Sonamzi saying, now I am tempted to eat my lunch for work. Hey, that's funny, man. Come on. And then Uneli is saying, I'm so there, guys. I'm going to be having EK1 Kota. Looking forward to it. Nelis, I can't wait to see you, man. And I'm trusting and I'm hoping that you're going to bring all of this great energy. So how you can get in touch with Keke is by using the handle Keke's Kitchen on Facebook, and of course Keke's Kitchen 3 on TikTok. TikTok, and you can find some of the footage and, of course, the pictures of those great tasting and smelling and great looking kotas on our social media platforms. And of course, it also goes into how you and I can keep on engaging and interacting with each other, and that's by using the hashtag of Vooka Breakfast Show. So that's Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms. It also continues where scintillating conversations are still continuously happening and taking place and occurring, and that's by dialing the number 060-493-3226. So that's 060-493-3226. Look, please comment, like, and subscribe so that you and I and the rest of the Vooka team and the Vooka Nation can keep on sharing our thoughts, our opinions, and everything else in between. Jump onto our website by using the URL www.vookadaily.co.za. www.vookadaily.co.za. I can't wait to hear from you. This is where you can also, of course, get exclusive content. Some of the engagements and some of the behind the scenes, things that have been occurring or that have taken place right here in studio. And of course, when we're out and we're on location. Now the time right about now is 18 minutes after the hour 9 o'clock. A bit later on, we're also going to be hanging out with Makosi Mhlahlo. Makosi is a traditional healer, a respected one, with that being said, whose work bridges ancestral wisdom and modern wellness. Rooted in indigenous South African healing practices, Makosi offers spiritual guidance, herbal remedies, and cultural insight to those seeking clarity, balance, and connection to their heritage. Very, very cool stuff. I'm looking forward to that conversation. You can also gear yourself up for that one. These are the ancestors and the spirits working in alignment. He's literally walking into studio. I don't know if you are old enough. Africa, you should be.
Sorry? Am I?
You remember Lisilo?
I don't know if you're old enough. We're going to the new vision of
No. Ole wa khalwa ko SABC to Lisilo. Tsoga mo baswing. E ba mo phephetsa e ba tlhaga Lisilo.
Oh, I definitely know the old school Lisilo because he actually lives in Meadowlands.
Ntatole who played
Lisilo?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I get that guy acted
Generations. He also acted in Generations.
I know Generations for a small stint, but he spent quite a bit of time what's that program? Let's go SABC 2. Yabo Chokobet. Oh, yeah, go Chokobet. Yeah, this is in clip. Stop.
Hey, Haridumeli.
Yes, I remember him from Haridumeli, man. Okay, Champi says I know But anyway, yeah, man. So not only talking about him, he literally just walked into studio, and we're going to be getting into that conversation with him. But before that, let's quickly want to go give you your daily dose of the daily bread that we give you, right? Like Mukezi always says that perhaps back in high school, you were robbed of that authentic history lesson. And we're going to take care of you right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. So today, in history, on the 4th of September, Google was founded. Google was founded. On this day, Larry Page and Sergey Brin created Google as a private company in California. However, the first initial public offering wasn't until much later on August 19th, or on the 19th of August in 2004. Okay, that's interesting to find out.
2004.
2004, no 4 years.
I'm fine. I want to for public.
4 years, 2004, 2000 street. So on this day, 25 years ago, 2 days before my birth, my mother was probably, in pains and uncomfortable, and because I was coming, Chief, I was coming. So, but anyway, the second one that we have for you: protest against gender-based violence throughout South Africa. On the 4th of September in 2019, people gathered outside Parliament in Cape Town to address gender-based violence in South Africa. They carried posters on which was written "Asiphelelanga kusho dunene," translated, and it means As we are not complete, we are short of Nene. The protest was triggered by rape incidents, including one of a 19-year-old first-year student, Uyinene Mrwetana from the University of Cape Town, who was raped and killed by a man in Cape Town post office. The protesters were angry, some demanding the government to bring back the death penalty. The National Assembly Speaker, Thandi Modise, addressed the protesters, promising to pressure the minister to act against gender-based violence in South Africa. She said that a minimum sentence for perpetrators must be a life sentence in jail. Hey man, I remember around that time it wasn't fun whatsoever, man. Like there was an air of uncertainty, of uncomfortability, and it was just not a pleasant time to be alive in South Africa as GBV was on its peak, man. And then the last one we have for you, is Amazon became the second company in the world to be worth over $1 million. That's crazy.
Trillion.
That's crazy.
It's 1 trillion.
1 trillion. Billion. $1 trillion. So launched as an online bookstore in 1995. Everybody, when you were born. Amazon.com has changed the way people shop for toilet paper, TVs, and just about anything else. In its 2 decades, the company, or 3 by now, right? Because 95, it's 3 decades now. The company has expanded far beyond those bookseller beginnings, combining the world-spanning retail operations with less flashy but very, very profitable advertising and cloud computing businesses. It's now expanding into the healthcare industry and increasing its brick and mortar presence. Very interesting stuff. Very, very, very interesting. And man, it's very, very interesting stuff. So Ngogai, do share your thoughts. What do you think of some of the things that we've given to you this morning with regards to things that have occurred and taken place throughout history? Very, very interesting ones. Everybody talk to me. Number of days?
Yes, right now. So we're going to be discussing the number of days that are actually into the year and how many days we have left just before we say goodbye 2025, right? So the number of days into the year today marks the 247th day into the year. If it was a leap year, it would have been the 246th year. And then we have 118 days left just before we say goodbye, 2025. And then we also have 16 weeks remaining. Now, if you also go into our national or international celebrations, today is called Eat an Extra Dessert Day. Yeah, can somebody get me my dessert there? Yeah. Y'all know I like chocolate chip biscuits. Please get them for me. Yeah. If you've been looking for an excuse to satisfy your sweet tooth, look no further than Eat an Extra Dessert Day. Celebrated annually on September the 4th, this delightful holiday encourages dessert lovers everywhere to indulge in an additional sweet treat without guilt. So, whether you're a fan of cakes, cookies, or ice cream, this is a perfect day to treat yourself to an extra serving of your favorite dessert. And then we're also going to be talking about the inventions that we have out there. So right now it says inventor George Eastman patented camera shutters and trademarked the name Kodak. So the first successful roll film hand camera, the Kodak, was launched publicly in the summer of 1888.
Yeah.
1888. Inventor George Eastman received a patent number 300. So yes, for the camera's shutter and also a trademark for the Kodak name on September 4th in 1888. The immediate triumph of the camera prompted Eastman to change the name of his company from Eastman Dry Plate and Film Company to Eastman Kodak Company in 1892. And also moving on to our celebrity birthdays. So today we are celebrating Beyonce Knowles Carter. Carter. Now, Beyonce Knowles Carter was born today on the 4th of September in 1981 and is turning 44. Now, interesting fact about her is that Beyonce holds the record for the most Grammy wins of any artist in history, 35 and counting. She rose to fame as the lead singer of Destiny's Child, one of the best-selling girl groups of all time. Her solo career redefined pop and R&B with groundbreaking albums like Lemonade, Renaissance. She also has she's also a fashion mogul and cultural force, man. So happy birthday to Beyonce. And today we're also celebrating Panyaza Lisufi, Mr. Green Beans.
Oh, really? He's a Virgo. That's interesting to find out. Okay.
We are celebrating Panyaza Lisufi, also known as the father of the green beans. He was born on the 4th of September in 1968 and will be turning 57. Now, interesting fact is that his nickname Panyaza comes from his early love of football, and he was once imprisoned for his activism during apartheid. The bio of him is an anti-apartheid activist turned influential politician, currently serving as Premier of Gauteng, South Africa, known for his passionate work in education, reform, and grassroots mobilization. So happy birthday to Panyaza Lisufi. So marital status, publicly private. Marital status not confirmed. So we do not know if he's married or not. And then we are also celebrating one of the Wayans brothers, which is Damon Wayans. Now, Damon Wayans was also born on the 4th of September in 1960 and is turning 65. Yeah, I didn't believe it. He's turning 65. Most people know him from My Wife and Kids. Why it's about My Wife and Kids?
But there's a lot more, man. There's quite a few movies that I can think of that he's been a part of. Yeah.
Marital status, divorced from Lisa Turner, married from 1984 to 2000. Interesting fact, Damon Wayne was born with a club foot, a trait he later gave to characters in his shows like Wayne Hard and My Wife and Kids, turning personal adversity into creative storytelling. A founding member of the Wayans comedy dynasty, known for In Living Color, My Wife and Kids, and stand-up that blends satire with family themes. His work helped redefine black comedy in the early 90s and 2000s. And that's all for our birthday shout-outs. Can you please get our word of the day?
We have one or two more, you know that I always have someone celebrating their birthday. So I missed the one Yamabani, for and I'm not sure if the team covered birthdays yesterday, but I trusted that they did, right?
So no, we didn't.
You didn't?
Yes.
Okay, well, so I missed it myself. But yeah, man, there's very cool people celebrating their birthdays in September, man. Like, I get excited when Virgos come in, man, and it's Virgo season, man. Like I'm fair too. Like, one understand. And look at the people who are celebrating their birthdays, man. People that I know are authentic September Virgos. Beyonce, obviously, and I can safely, without fear of contradiction, how those guys say, ne? On that other platform, without fear of contradiction, chief. Yeah, man, I love those boys, man. I love those boys. There's two that
They good, man.
Yeah. Even amidst the controversy that they faced a couple of weeks ago, But there's two that I love their energy, man. But I'll share that off camera. But they like saying without fear of contradiction, chief. I can safely say that I'm one of a few South Africans, man, who has shared the stage with the one and only Beyonce Knowles. Come on, my bro. This is flowers to me, my bro. So this is our season as Virgos. I mean, people like Idris Elba is a September Virgo, Jason Statham, Michael Jackson, Beyonce, Musi Mist, Damon Wayans. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Legends, my bro. Legends.
What's crazy is you're on stage with her.
Yeah.
With Beyonce, right?
Yes, sir.
And at that time, did you know you guys shared the same month?
No.
You didn't know?
I didn't.
Crazy enough.
I mean, look at the world conspiring. Look at the universe conspiring, my bro. You know, so that's cool. Mr. Steve, there's one that a very lovely lady who celebrated her birthday yesterday. Let me see if I can get that one for you very quickly. A very, very cool lady who goes by the name of Tepi. Celebrated her birthday yesterday, and I don't want to reveal people's ages, you know, but Tepiso was celebrating her birthday yesterday, you know. And Steve, I'll share a bit of a story off camera of how this lady and I know each other, but very, very, very cool people, man. I'm always completely excited whenever I come across fellow Virgos, you know. So Tsepiso Khaulatli was celebrating her birthday yesterday, and there was actually 1 year, Afriberi, that her and I and a couple of friends went out. A couple of friends and myself and her, we went out this one day, and we had a very, very cool birthday celebration, man, like the weekend that's upcoming now, you know. So that was cool in my opinion, and I don't know if she remembers it, but I'm sure if she's watching, she's probably grinning and laughing right now. So this was before COVID and the world changed. And then the last person who's celebrating their birthday today is a lady who goes by the name of Khomotso Mayema. Khomotso, I went to high school with, all 5 years of high school. This is back in Princess High School, man. And her and I used to get quite excited when our birthdays would come up. So she's on the 4th, I'm on the 6th of September. So very, very close to one another. And I remember there was actually one weekend that we had planned to go out and celebrate back in high school. But because of life circumstances, it didn't happen the way we wanted. But anyway, I hope everyone who is celebrating, or who should be celebrating, because your birthday is a serious one, guys. Like it's big, it's huge, and we all need to take it seriously. So for everyone who's celebrating their birthdays, and you might perhaps be knowledgeable or know someone who is celebrating their birthdays, from us, the Vooka Breakfast Show, the Vooka team, the Vooka Nation, we would like to say, how? What's happening? How?
Njani,
like,
bro.
guys, technology, I don't know, is
what's
failing
happening
us.
with the technology? Like, it played in like first my, yeah, baby, right, baby, right.
Let's do this. I want to see if I do this. Okay. There we go.
Yeah.
What's happening, guys? This thing, guys. But anyway, from all of us right here at the Vooka Breakfast Show and as the Vooka team, we'd like to say a huge, huge, huge happy birthday, and we hope that the upcoming year or the rest of the year will be filled with love, laughter, and joy, and all things great, because all of you absolutely and utterly deserve it. And this is hope that you will have a good one. With that being said, we're moving right straight into our word of the day, because you know that on a day-to-day basis, I always try to bring you words that are aimed at improving both yours and our day-to-day spoken languages. And of course, ultimately, our vocabularies. And today's word, or rather this morning, on a Thursday morning, the 4th of September, is no exception whatsoever. And the word is Ananda. Ananda is the word for today. This word is a noun, and how you spell this word is as follows: A-N-A-N-D-A. That's A-N-A-N-D-A. Ananda is the word for today. And the definition of this word is as follows: a state of bliss or spiritual joy, often referred in Eastern philosophical and meditative practices. A state of bliss or spiritual joy, often referenced in Eastern philosophical and meditative practices. And how you can use this word in a sentence is as follows. In the quiet of dawn meditation, She felt a moment of pure ananda. In the quiet of dawn meditation, she felt a moment of pure ananda. Similar words include bliss, enlightenment, serenity, euphoria, and of course, transcendence. Talk to me.
Okay.
Everybody? It means a state of bliss, right?
I think I got
or
this.
Spiritual joy, often referred or referenced in Eastern philosophical and meditative practices.
Okay, enlightenment, bliss, serenity, euphoria, and okay. Being on the stage offers nothing to me like an ananda. Or did I say it wrong?
Say it again.
Being on stage is always the perfect definition of an ananda moment.
Okay, I see where you're going. Being on the stage offers you the perfect moment of ananda. That's cool. I like that. That's very cool. Very, very cool. Very interesting. Very interesting stuff. You know, man, like I always bring you words that are interesting, words that, you know, like I always say, aimed at improving yours, mine, everyone else's spoken languages and day-to-day vocabularies, or ultimately just our vocabularies holistically so. So talk to me. How would you use this word in a sentence? Ananda, a state of bliss or spiritual joy, often referenced in Eastern philosophical and Eastern philosophies and meditative practices. So talk to me, Monokohai. How would you use this word in a sentence? Very, very interesting stuff. So, like we said, because it's a Thursday, we always bring you all things spirituality, alignment, and of course, people who are quite well versed in that space. And you know, like a second ago, I said, you know, so it's the spirits and the universe ultimately listening to us and doing its thing, because these are things that we have no control over, right? And with that being said, I would like to welcome the one and only Umakhosi Mhlahlo. Welcome. Welcome. How's it going, my brother?
I'm good.
Yeah. I'm going to ask you one thing very, very, very cool. Very, very quickly, right? The my kids, I don't really want you to come close, because I can still pick you up.
Okay.
You know? But if you're closer, it means both you and I and Afriperi and everyone else who's listening and watching can hear each other very, 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 very closely. So talk to me. Names are a big thing for me, right? Am I pronouncing it correctly?
Yes.
Mangiti Umakhosi Mhlahlo. There we go. There we go.
Bengicela ukuthi mawukhuluma usondele at least kancane yabona ukuthi ngisondela kanjani.
There we go.
Khona ukuzwakala kahle, because mawukhulumela ume kanje awuzwakali kahle. Ngiyabonga Makhosi.
Very cool stuff. So welcome. Thank you for taking the time.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate that. We appreciate that ultimately. And I always say that I find these conversations very interesting. Yes. I always look forward to them, because this gives us an opportunity for us to learn and to unlearn, of course, right? And to relearn as well.
Yes.
You know, and break these myths and break these wrong things that the general society thinks they know, because it's so welcome. So with that being said, let's start here. Before we get deep into the conversation, who is Umakhosi Mhlahlo? Who is Umkhulu? How is your upbringing as Umtwana Ukula, and how do you eventually find yourself getting to a point now where you are referred to and you hold this title of Umkhulu Makhosi Mhlahlo?
Okay, Thokoza. Igama lami nguTisetso Kheswa.
Yes, sir.
Ngizalelwe eFoslokas. Can I keep going?
Yeah, carry on.
Okay.
Carry on,
Ngizalelwe eFoslokas ebeSuthwini. Ngifunde i-primary yami eDithomo Primary School and then i-secondary eTutul City Secondary School.
Oh, I know what you said.
Yes.
Yeah.
So ikhulu yami icale mangisese primary kahle. Ngisese ku grade 7. So that time ngisakhulusa umagogo was interested in into zamadlozi kakhulu because of waziyeka kudala yena. So lento limali ungihlupha she was ignorant angafuni vele ukuthi ngwele kuyo kakhulu.
Okay.
Until iba worse ngena secondary. Secondary that's where by me izibonakalisa kakhulu until I dropped out of school. Ngise ku grade 9.
Oh wow.
That time sengicala ke ngenzela ezinye izinto zokulahleka ngisendlini sleepwalking. Ngasalala endlini sengisifuna istradi nje kakhulu. Ngasa-understand if emangisesontweni ngithanda ukuwa bona ngibona izinto ezabanye bangaziboni nga-understand. So magogo lo ngisenyanyeni a-check abamtshela ukuthi lo muntu unedlozi mela thwasa magogo athi ayikho lento lo muntu uphethwe isiko uphethwe ukuphapha into ifana nalezo until 2016 bese sengilahlekela kagobela ke xa uthwasa kami ke lapho.
Oh wow, it sounds like and you know the reason ngibuza is that stories about because we all have
different stories.
Completely.
Yes.
You know the way school corner has so much influence.
Yeah.
Gulabantu siyibo now in this time, right as we speak, Konamangela, and it informs who we are as characters, as individuals, our belief systems, our morals way to our characters. You know, so I always find those stories very interesting, Mina. And I'm sure there's quite a few people who can concur now. Wow, who would have thought Uti, you know, Rizi Mkulu Ele Makosi. Lina la khakitise. Do you get what I'm trying to say? It's those kinds of things, man. It's those kinds of things. So how do you reconcile endlini? Because I know a lot of families listen to zamadlozi nobungoma and traditional healing and all of those things axis into ukuthi bayazilandelela like njengoba usho, you know, you find abogogo bethu abazali bethu abo anti family members basesontweni kakhulu matters not ukuthi yiliphi isonto, you know, but basentweni zesonto manje sekuza lento niqeda kanjani endlini?
Mina experience yami benzima kakhulu angifuni ucamba mangibe very very hard because maybe ngiwane ngathi ngiphume eqeleni ekhaya because of iminye one kumpostoli.
Okay.
So the rest abanye
Postol as in
yes.
Oh wow.
Abanye abazalwani abanye Muslim. Even my own father is Muslim.
Oh wow.
Yes, so mina ngikhulela khabo mama, so i-cousin yami eyi-1 ihlala next door kumnami is Muslim. And then u-aunt wami esendlini uhlale forumini umzalwane. So abayithanda abayifuni futhi.
Oh wow.
Ngibeka straight because of vela iqiniso. Abayifuni at all. So I'm trying by all means ukuthi ngibabalancise nabo but nix. So
ayihlangani
at all bayayihala nje straight. It's been years and try ukuthi sibambisane but no. So abanye bakhona uku-accommodate but mina ehlulile endlini.
Oh wow.
Ehlulile.
I mean I can imagine the struggles that you go through. You know, because ama belief systems wethu ahlukahlukene and yeah man, like from when we supposed to only kontlung ke bazalwane and then your father is Muslim. Yeah. I can imagine. I can imagine. But there's this guy Ogeways a couple of months ago. Bathi umkhulu Amir. Umkhulu Amir ukhulele eDebeni naseMpumalanga. And then naye kwakuyile yonto but kuyabona izumntana ngithi especially endlini mabanga understand. So he's Arabic. Ukhulele nges-Muslim I think naye if memory serves well. Kulele is Muslim in a family that practices Islamic practices, you know, and so ukhula kanjalo and then he moves maseka mdala mara ukoko kwakho yasho ukuthi wena le ndawo yakho awukhuli wena awukhulu kwesinyama or kweswestern okwesdoctor, you know, ikhona into ekuhluphayo sizoyithola one day wait batho babadona babontsiwe you know kopeni and then he moves as he gets older. He goes and practices shamanism. I forget the country. Malaysia, yes. Why Malaysia? Why you funda leyo ndlela leyo? Yokusiza abantu, you know, those kinds of practices. And then
he also learned about the Kemetic ways.
Kemetic, yes. And then he comes back years later, like South Africa. I think about after 3-4 years, if memory serves well. Ungene dlozini manje. Hello muntu ndoda. So like as you're explaining, I can imagine when I'm also hleli we one because mina ngilo muntu okholwayo ukuthi we have something esihamba ngayo sonke.
Yes, every one of us. Yes.
I don't care ukuthi uthini, ukuthi ukholelwa kuphi, ukuthi uyibizani, whether idlozi or ikisimoya or ikisidimu, energies, spirit, whatever, angels, ikhona into all of us esihamba ngayo. So I can imagine when I'm also hleli we-one into zakhe ezikuzelayo from esontweni from edlozini uzela izinto zesizalwane nazo zikhona khona lapho nala ezesmuslim zikhona. I can imagine it's so overwhelming, you know. How do you then teach people ukuthi guys, this is how we reconcile thina as abantu abanesiphiwo as abantu ababoniswayo, you know, as abantu abakwazi ukubona who've been granted access that side, you know, because akusiyi ithi sonke, if it was all of us bekungeke sidinga abantu abafana nabo, wayithi sonke siyakwazi ukungena. So how do you navigate leso space leso?
Yazi into engizoyisho, into yokucala emuntwini ukholwa kwakho kucala, ibelief yakho, because of I think sonke la we serve the same God. As save umuntu uNkulunkulu ohlukile uthi simpractice kanjani simthandaza kanjani, but in the end umuntu uyi-one. So whatever into yenzakala, maybe siyinyanga or wena mhlawumbe ukhole into ethi you don't need to judge abanye abantu ukuthi no wena kanjani what works for you, do it for yourself. If into yakusebenzela yenze, because mina ngikwazi ukutshela umuntu ungayenzi song, if yakusebenzela wena ngokwakho, that's how it is, that's why uzokusebenzela, that's kuphela lapho. Don't need ukuthi umjudge ukuthi hayi kwenza so kanjani, why ini, no. So the problem is abantu abamnyama siyajajana, that's the thing.
So what do you think is the role of a traditional healer? Umuntu olapha abantu or ngaka or sangoma, like now in today's modern society la sihlala khona lenkathi sihlala kuzo, what do you think I role yalabo bantu or abantu abafana nawo abaphiwa abanesiphiwo, yini role yenu essentially that me, Afriberry, and everyone else obukelo lalele just need to know ukuthi this is the role of a traditional healer emphakathini?
You know, manje izinto seshintshile, ubunyanga busafana sekucaleni. So kumoshakela kakhulu. I-role yenyanga kwesangoma ukulapha. Ukulapha umuntu ogulayo, ukulapha umuntu into eziningi nje esiphetha esihlangene nokugula. So these days nje ayisayenzwa lento leyo, sokumgido, sokuyivibe, abantu esifana lezo. Ukulapha akusakhulunywa ngako ukulapha. That's why most of abantwana abancane nabantu abaningi abathwasile abalaphi into bayazi nje ukugida, imfilifiki nje bayenzayo. But when it comes ukuthi kumele ulapha umuntu into so akazi nix. So bayithathile bayimosha. So baba few inyanga ngasho ukuthi la siyalapha, sikhuluma ukulapha straight, asikhuluma ezinye izinto. There are very few. Yayibona.
That's very interesting. Very, very interesting. I love how you say so bayagita nje ke mo ferefere.
I don't want to like where I live, I kitse mekete imekai e tsagalang almost every weekend. Ah jo gona ne motho tswang fetlong or ke mokete wa eng it does contradict the whole purpose or the whole point da gore motho tsama go nna ngaka. Ka re ke re mosola go gore khono pholosa setšhaba ya nong and then ka re setse re bua yalo o thole gore batho ba bantsi ya bitse gore hanani ubizo wa thanda jwang. So mina ngifuna wazi ukuthi kahle kahle umuntu mabathi unobizo kahle kahle ubona kanjani, because abanye abantu bajwayele ukuthi umuntu ubona ngamaphupho. Ngifuna ukwazi ukuthi besides iphupho ikhona enye indlela umuntu angakhona ukubona or akhona ukwazi ukuthi unobizo.
Yeah, ngifuna ukuchaza leyo because vele uqinisile ba utaxi iphupho kuphela. Mangibuyele emuva mina mengaphuphi at all. Mengibona like umuntu so, but ngizibuze umuntu lo bani. Agcoke athaye different, but ibusweni ngamboni. Agcoke star white like athi ngimlandela. So mina ngizomlandela but angikwazi ukumbona like straight emehlweni, so that's why I think ubizo yangibiza ukuthi ngihambe ngibonisa la nyakhona. And that's what actually happened. Ithe bangibonisa la nyakhona ngavele ngawa but ngavuswa bathi lo muntu bomlandela uhlala lapha ya ngothwa sakhona.
Wait, utsugile kana ko yo?
Yes, midnight.
So how are you're not seeing this person monitoring tsa gago.
Mina itse ngiyaphupha but angiphupi.
This is actually happening. Like you mentioned, sleepwalking was a thing for you.
Yes.
Oh wow. So maphuma endlini.
Until magogo phela umnyango mesukhiya ngesikhiya nephuka rebona phuka kamnyako. Ngifuna agcina sanka sikhiya sasabala lo sona cause of neki khona lubula kithi itsama
I mean this is the conscious mind remembering what you do mavukile, right? Khoro ha re bula mnyako re bula so. So now uphuma kanjani? How do you walk out?
Uphuma yamba namangazi ngiyaphi.
Marukoko bekalele ngesikhiya.
Yes. But that futhi wenza mistake azange akhiye ngesikhiya uvale wafaka iphukari yabona insizwe omnyango. Lucky ngakwazi ukuvula ukuthi that's why kwenzakala lokho ke.
That's very interesting because there was, I think, and if I'm not mistaken, TC, remind me, I don't know if it was with you who I had this conversation with a few weeks ago. Was it Kokos Kosana who was here, right? Or was it with Afriberry? But Kokos Kosana says, comes through on comment section, Makosim Mhlahlo in the building. Yeah, man. Do you know Kokos Kosana?
Yeah, I do.
I love it. But yeah, I think it was her, if I'm not mistaken, if memory serves well. But still, she was saying the same thing. Or not everyone onang lempo or newa ya gage So what other ways, like when you were saying you were sleepwalking, like you were actually seeing this person, but it wasn't a thing, it was like a vision, I guess.
Yeah, I guess it, yeah.
Yeah. So what other ways can someone identify ukuthi yazi khona into ekhona man, you know khona lento emathisang? I'll tell you the song I learned years ago. I know, but I learned the song years ago. But I believe it's 25 Saturday. There's the song I learned years ago, and I sang it for who's that young lady that we had, Mr. B? Yes, that TC was in conversation with. Yes, Lerato Kalibala Horke Kokoman, but she's a young lady.
Oh, the 16-year-old.
Yes, who just Nganyam. So I was singing this song for her, and for me it resonates so well. You know, so that speaks to this thing that might be following you. It might not necessarily be Ingwe Mabalabala, but it ain't traumatizing. So how does one identify Kili Musi, Kili Nomali, Kili TC, Kili Banelo, and Afriperi see and be able to make sense for Yazin? It ain't into Matisang, and I need to actually and figure out how to get okay.
Nka ho cheka o hlalosa o na ntse mlatelang whatsoever ba ba utlwa ka mmela ke physical wa ting mmeleng wa hao mhlo mutla ka letheka mhlo mutla ke na ntho e o dulang and then o tholo ba o checkela ba bone ni sinyo di so o tlwile o dula ntho e o tsamang le yona o ya o bontsha o jwane go serious ga o batla o kula ka o kula ba thingulo asikhuli ngugula ukula into ihlukahlukile uthoka ke mahla uboni nini blind nini you can see nini you can hear nini you cannot ke yona ukula ho walidlozi. That's how you can identify umuthu ona le badimo because waba isamhlomo ko di doctor ngene wa tota ba thola usina nix so until you go no so ke badimo ba nketsang so ba batla ke yonka nnego ya bona
motho sala tlhakatlhakanya bo frostpoto fela go bona gore neonyana e teng ha man mara bona ka ditsela tse dintsi no so ha re se re fitla go bongakeng ra itse gore go na ne dilo tse dintsi tse leng gore batho ga ba so di tlhaloganye sentle and then there's different misconceptions so tholo ukuthi umuntu athi anyanga fanele yenze kanje enye fanele yenze kanje kahle what is the most dangerous misconception anybody could have about a traditional healer, whether we ngoma, isangoma, or it's basically just a traditional healer in general.
Like ukuthi abantu bathwasa mhlambe basithi ukuthi banamadlozi. That's why yabona lapho ke ufike kahle. Anyeke u escape mathata hawo kalifelo. Unenkinga zakho ama divorce yini the next thing uyenyangeni inyanga ngoba usena mali into zakho shabalele zonke bathamba uyothwasa yikho lento le abantu bathi bathanda ukunyanga bathi mhlambe bangiyothwasa into zami zizolunga kanti ayikho you must fix your life kumele uyifix impilo yakho not everything ukuthi no ngoba ngisena mali no fix yourself. That's why abaningi bathwasa banama depression abantu abaningi kodwa aphuma lokagula still because of my young kumele umcheck umuntu kahle ukuthi umuntu lempelo ayiwini edlozi na because uma une depression you need to get healed from depression, maybe you need psychological help. Mina as a healer I can't do that ngisize ngaloko and sometimes uma une depression ibisalana futhi nama symptoms omuntu onedlozi so ma uyinyanga kumele usebenzisane vele nama psychologist ucheck kahle ukuthi umuntu okay lo muntu lo ngimcheckile idlozi likhona but kunalo kakhulu then collaborate nama physical nama psychologist kuzoba ngcono ngalo ndlela
kasi western barini yeah
so western uthola bathola no mutho unali trauma inantho ilayitsala zanga buwa ka yona that's why by kulo mtransferela mula ngasimkeep tiko nna ke motho asise ke bona motho hana madlozi ubuye le stress le depression now the child that's ID fedile o divorce probably lose bana lose everything then no ke ahlake ka ke madlozi ntho tsa di tla khutla iyo
and no spend tšhelete mo
spend even more unnecessary.
Imagine, man. So, do you think there are, or are they in your experience? Maybe uge wazwela or uge wabona vele uthi umuntu ya thwasiswa ene kanete motho hana CD. Kuri fela hamonate motlhaloganyo.
Buzobona indumba sigcwele la lokushini asisebenzi because abanye abaningi bathwase njalo kunento enzakalayo. Why?
That's interesting.
Kama uthwase mele ulapha mele usebenze. Not everyone uthi vokimele mabuye phehlweni mele usebenze same time. Uzosebenza but for years
so I have heard, and it's very interesting that you bring that up, right? I have heard over the years babambacho baro itking nane ketana ko le fetlongo net fella for the reason yokuthi ngidlulisa umsebenzi ke fitise mmereko wa batho ba batona but I was not necessarily looking to actually practice full time. You know, I will have konanyana yaka where ke ashweleza ke phahla and I connect, right? Because it does call, I think, and I'm sure you will attest, it does call from time to time bua gape la lo motho wa strata because I get la lo bona bokoko hey so go tsoma nala di weave di eng. You have to be I mean, look at you, you're a very presentable guy. I mean, o refilo sekete. I know. I'm not sure if you know Refilo Sekete. Refilo Sekete is saying, "Mhlahlo, Gobi, always presentable." Come on, man, right? So it means not that you have to let go of yourself. Manje, you know, so or hamba manje. You also have to be clean, presentable, nice. When I come to you and I'm looking for help or I'm seeking for a consultation, more presentable, authentic, you know. So what is the thing that you guys are taught, especially when some people get practice, get a reconciler from time to time, but I'm not looking to be moto oberekang on a full-time basis. Is it something that you guys talk to lebokobela balona or you figure it out on your own when I was
you know, na ke tshwasisi but ke ba le tsona di patient to thole motho utla ko nna ka di symptoms tsa motho ke tlo thwasa wa bontshwa nna ke atle ko nna ke tlo mo phekola. So that's why ke dingaka tsena di etse hantle wa tla motho ko nna okay ngimlapho umuntu ngibona ukuthi kumele kube nedlozi elashwayo kuye mhlambe lamhlupa khona idlozi libizwa umndiki. Yes.
Okay.
Umndiki akathwasa uyalashwa umlaphe lo mndiki lo until lo muntu lo azabe right. Uyalashwa nemaqodo kumlapha mhlambe nasekhaya kibo bayenza umsebenzi othize ukuthi bamdlulise lo mndiki lo akumela ukuthi uzofaka inkite ibovu ukuthi uyothwasa uthwasa umndiki. And enye into futhi even ngiyathwasisa mina umuntu angawela kimi ejardini lami aphethwe idlozi kodwa ngizomlapha kuphela maqeda ukumlapha ngisasese la kwami abonisa ogobela wakhe ahambe yenzeka so le nto lefucabanisa inyanga umuntu uzothi ngithathele ithwasa kanti uThixo uzothumela lo muntu lo ngimlaphe ecala mhlambe lo ongithwasisa ngeke akwazi ukungilapha lento engiphethe. You understand? So that's why yonke into before uyenza ama uthwasisa umuntu whatever mele ucala umcheke kahle ecala umlaphe lento emphethe ecala because sometimes uthi umuntu unedlozi kanti unesilwane mhlawumbe ubona into uyabhema sazi because abanye babhema laba crystal awabhena lento angiziwa zenzo yeah ibe
hallucinations
ubona izinto vele zedlozi kanti le ngqondo yakho into ibhemile bagcina abathwasa but uzoba right kanti nix.
I love how you teach that bongaka budlozi bongoma will not heal matata agago alefat. I love that. Guys, I hope you are listening out there. Gore idlozi bongoma sidimu khotwasa all of those things will not help you with your worldly problems. And that's a misconception, a big one. And people are misled, unfortunately, you know, to think gore
This way bagcina sebathwala. Yeah, this way bagcina sebathwala.
Hey man, very interesting stuff. You're perhaps wondering who we're in conversation with. This is Umkhulu Makhosi Mhlahlo, a well-respected traditional healer whose work bridges ancestral wisdom and modern wellness, rooted in indigenous South African healing practices. Umakhosi Mhlahlo offers spiritual guidance, herbal remedies, and of course cultural insight to those seeking clarity, balance, and connection to their heritage. With years of experience serving diverse communities, Umkhulu Makhosi Mhlahlo is known for his compassionate approach and deep understanding of ancestral callings, emotional healing, and of course ritual practices. His sessions often blend storytelling, intuitive diagnosis, and ceremonial elements that honor African traditions while addressing contemporary challenges, whether helping individuals navigate personal crossroads or educating audiences on the power of ancestral knowledge. Makhosi Mhlahlo stands as a beacon of cultural preservation and spiritual empowerment. I love that. I love
that's a very full, informative bio over there. Man. Describes a lot, man. So nane ke batlo itse sengwe so we ragala a ke re ka setho sa South Africa. Mongwe le mongwe tshwantsa itse sefane sa gagwe gore fana ka mang badimo ba kwa bone ke mang go le tlhakoreng la mmele ntate. Yaanong ha motho sa itse di roots tsa gagwe or sefane sa gagwe iriwa yang ka setho gore a khone thola thuso because I need to you find that abanye abantu bagcina sebalahleke endleleni because abazi ukuthi baphuma kuphi or ukuthi history yabo yini because abazi ibongo zabo. So umuntu mangathi akasazi isibongo sakhe into leyo siyenza kanjani ukuthi umuntu akhona uthola uncedo agcine sekazi isibongo sakhe akhona ukwazi ukuthi uphuma kuphi yini indlela la yini the background that he has.
Thokoza. Leyo topic inzima kakhulu because abantu abaningi most healers abayinaki truly speaking because umuntu bangazazi isibongo sakhe khona izinto ezenzelwayo for lo muntu loyo. For instance uthola ukuthi uyazalwa umama wakho akazisanga aka introduceanga ubaba wakho ifamily yakini kwenza ubaba uyanyamalala and then umama uyashona ukukhulisa mhlamba ugogo into zakho ziyabheda along the way lokukhula kanjalo wena uyufuna ubaba ongamazi ukuthi ukuphi angisho uhamba uyafuna umthula ubaba and then kwenziwani makunjalo ekhaya kini ngcono bayakuthenga bakufaka bakukenya lesaging labo mme because of awunantata ke uhulela abo mme so abo mthwansi bawo ke bawukenya lesaging labona because ntata wake mtsibukayo and then kukhona enye futhi mawukhuliswa stepfather example mhlawumbe sesemncane maybe for ubaba wakho umazi la kunyamalelo khulusa stepfather if stepfather siyakuhlawula since shada nomama wakho so mntana khona there's no need ukuthi maso khulile mhlawumbe abakho yavela ushintsha isibongo awusashintsha isibongo ngoba ukushada usesemncane uhlawulelwe isilwane iswile phezulu kwempilo yakho. Yes,
because vele bengisafuna ukwazi ukuthi vele ngesintu vele kwamukeleki ukuthi i-stepfather sikhona ukuhlawula umntwana and then agcina sekamfaki eside like eside. Okay, because I know that it's a bit controversial and some parents, for example mina ugogo wami wangitshela straight ukuthi mawuhamba uyoshada your son because ubaba akhe akamlobolanga umntwana wakho ngeke ashintshe isibongo uzohlala nesibongo sala ekhaya. So bengifuna ukunderstand kahle ukuthi vele so ankatsama kanyala monna ka wakhona go tsamaya a lo go nyala ngwanaka go gae ene nang ke sefantsa ka
yes wa khona umunka amnyale and then if itla tabenya umhlomo mme wa ha uhlukana le stepfather si wonyala packing ing wena usasichinja siboko nyekulo kushintsha ibongo ubumama sekashada le nawe uyashintsha uhamba naye you can't do that uqhathisa namadlozi that's why into enzakala kakhulu plus seka stay on the serious note because abantu uzobona umuntu lathi into zakhe zambi kahle mele unyothwasa uzothwasa kanjani isibongo sakhe abakungasazi ekini mele bakuphahlele bakuhlawule bakufake idlozi lakhabo mama. There's no such thing ukuthi idlozi lakhabo baba yile elistrong lakhabo mama liyabila listrong. So if igine kwa baba afuna kwenzani sibakuphike let's say uyamthola babakho bayakuphiya bathi wena usumntana la wadwa uzowenza kanjani uzoforce ukuthi bakuhlawulele bakubili.
Interesting, man.
Kada bayekele wele side lakhabo mama wakho that's it amadlozi akhona kwazi.
So I love how you just brought up the surname thing, Afripere. I love that. Because like you say, like jokes aside, on a very serious note, it's an actual thing that people are battling with. Last night, my grandmother loves watching Ikumblekai. So last night, this lady, KZN, she's a Zulu lady. Things happened while parents passed on or something, and she was taken away, or she left home, and life wasn't waiting story you know. She comes to Joburg, meets this man. And then this man is like, no man, I can't go king man. Come and sing at church. The church but woman, they start going to church and she sings, and so the guy I think or something like that, and he notices that, hey man, also man, she's not living the greatest of lives. He's like, no, you know what? I can take you and I'll take you in. You know, introduces her to the wife. The wife is like, so Anna IT, because and stuff like that. So the sister yesterday on that episode asks her, manje, isbongo so ophathanga so manje. Esakabani. Uyashuta esakamkwana. Sifane sakho ntato ke mokwana. So wa motsaya bae ko magayeng nalo etsa mokete wa kereke. This man a fitla ka mole a kopane le abutinyana lene a itshole abutinyana ba phidisane, but cause na sena IT this mkwana family ke bone ba mo leletsang IT. So you kila bona le ngwana they need
so it's like they basically adopted him.
Yeah.
So how do you guys navigate that? Especially because what she tells her sister Ari to this day, I still recognize isibongo sakithi sakwangobese. Wabona though mara isibongo esu idea sakamkwana. But the point that I'm trying to make is, but baba na le double barrel. Right, so let's say you grow up, you meet your father later on, a single child, or in a single parent household, and then later on, more life, you come across you reconcile, or whatever else, and then you take both surnames, this surname and this surname. How do you guys navigate that, or what does it entail?
It because cheka o hlalositse wa adoptiwe ntate na so biteng akere na so biteng philong ba o bitsa ba ka mokwena
ke ntate wa ko kerekeng wa monkileng
ntate wa ko kerekeng ga qale mo ha o mong ka o mohlaotse na
ana mong ka fela go kila bona motho a se tla gola ngizokupha iroof yokulala
sifani ha o se bitse so sa sehlaolelwa o sa wa phofolo philong ba hao ka se bitse seboko sa motho ba sa o tsebe le ko teng mhlomna sa metsetsa tjeka o hlalosa metsetsa hore ID fela but ya mshapa o ipitsa ka ntho iseng yona so tshwantse if ever that's the case tshwantse tlose sefani so akampana sebisa sa ntato ha tjeka hlahilene ile teng hape ntate bo mhlaotse a mobega hape then seo sa mhuitsa o tseng ka sona tloko sa setlowe a o hloka lo ka se sebeditse.
So if I meet my dad later on more life ke ntse ke bitsa ka sefana sa go bo mamaka right ke sedimo se seng kgodisitseng ke njengoba bo sho earlier on uthi ukhulelela kule sibaya lesi right and then I meet my dad later on and I reconcile right ngenzeka ngithi life imhlana no baba wakho and stuff like that bese ngisithatha isibongo sakhe kwenza umsebenzi njengoba usho kube lesilwane esiphumayo. You understand? Then in
yeah, you can.
Is that possible?
Yeah, it's possible. Abanye bazenza abanye abazenza omunye uzothi ngcono ngisuse lesi sakhabo mama ngifasa sakhabo baba. Ababasebenza zoyithu then it's not a problem unless akuyi problem makube kwenza into right edlozini. Yabona makwenza into right edlozini angiboni inkingi if akwenzanga kahle then it's a problem.
Okay, a re bua gape le go lenyalo nka re no yana iblane ke fashioning yana gore nna ke le Afriberia ke feditse o nyala ke go bitsa ka sefansa kwa gae ene ke bitsa ka sefansa kwa bogadi le one e kwa tlitse gore e ka se cause kopa kopano mo sedimong khotsa isiame ka re ba bile ba nkentshetsa magadi a ke nyala
no ya ke bone le problem if on sitse magadi le go tembo etsa ntho tse right that's why ke so everything qala go badimo nga se hle go dimo etsa shortcut wa nka shortcut tlo ba problem philong ba hao izohlupha wena usiqathisa namadlozi lawo yayibona so ayile jwalo no I don't think it's a problem.
So it's an actual thing ukuthi mosidimo mosemoyeng ancestors can quarrel from two different sides of the family
bakulwele sibalo straight bathi lo wethu bayadonsa nanga because bona bahlala bakhipha imali bayisa indlela ntuza wona uyafika uyathatha obvious bazolo nina kuye kube mnandi masokuliwa lapho because into zakuzovaleka kuvalwa idlozi uvala idlozi lakini straight
or maybe this side of the family wants to give you blessings never bathi angeke siyavala angeke ningene kumele nenze into right.
It happens a lot.
So who comes then? Who helps? Do I go to malume, mkhulu? Do I go to someone like umkhulu like yourself? How do I navigate? Ngenza kanjani?
Mama uzoza kimi ngizokutshela vele ukuthi hambe ebantwini abadala balungise. Mina ezinyanga yeke into ngizuyilungisa cause angihlobani nawe. Angeke ngingiphahlele mina ngizongiphahla ngiphahla abantu bakini, mele uphahlele abantu bakini. Inyanga yokuphahla inyanga ngeke isondele emsameni wakho yophahla. Ayikho lento ungavuma inyanga emsameni wakho la uphahlela khona iphahla inyanga. Ngizokutshela ukuthi hambe yekini batshela bakwenzele sona so mina ayikho into engizwenza I'm just guiding you understand ukuthi mawufika lapha ngintshela umalume ukuthi malume ngicela ungisize la ukuthi ngilungise kube right.
Okay aretse gatekeng example ne let's say maybe umo situation e le gore it's a child headed family and then batho ba tona ga bayo yanong haile yalo bana ba ba setseng ba ilukisa yang taba eo because right or vele in South Africa we do have child headed homes and then the children don't even know any other relatives so how does it all work or how do we solve the whole situation if it ever comes to this?
Yeah bona eo itisitse ka yona so ka ke bua ka yona ba kile ka ba le situation le yona ne ka patient engwe yaka ana like family at all but for example bitsa ba mkwena ke ba mkwena so na batla o nyala abale problem a ona le motho i one omkhulu ba hloka fetsa kaofela ke yena ka uswa ba itrefela ba setse mo lefatseng ka o no ha le jwalo tlo batla o batle batho ba mkwena noma ya ba mkwena ba feng at least ba sa ke mkwena ba thakazela ka tsela i one and then ukupo i one a teng omkhulu e sekupa o tlo nthusa o mphahlele because of situation ke batla o nyala ka batla o phahlelwa le teng ha tlo phahla malume o yena motho wa ka ntle tshwantsa ipige na pelo ke mama mkwena wa mo
yes
thusa ngwana because of hauna batho ba hole mara siboko ke ntho i one at least ya thusa hona mo yabona because ha le ngwana ntse sometimes wa khona iketsetsa tsona o ka se no ka se khona iphahlela haholo yabona.
And that's why I've also learned, and I've come across this a couple of or a while ago, ukuthi noma uzophatha kumele ubike tshwantse ubuwe gore re tla re le bana ke tla ke le ngwana wa mo lefatsheng ke sa itse next ngiza ngingazi lutho bogogo nabomkhulu ke kopa lona le nkgantsetse le mpuleleditseng. Very interesting, very interesting. We're going to close off very quickly, but there's something else that I wanted to talk about. But before that, there's a comment here. Usimpiwe Mnisi says, gents, if you are a father and have your own kids, you have no business marrying a woman with kids. I personally don't want to invest my time, my knowledge, and my money into another man's legacy. I can date you, kodwa I don't think it will lead to marriage. How do we go about that?
So uthena nyaka enzeni
nyaka shade or ukondona ukuthi amadoda angashadi abafazi abasese sebana bantwana singajola afibheri mina naye singajola mara indaba ukuthi ngimshade yena akayivumi cause athi akafuni abatle go tlatseletsa mo legacy yabana ba munna omong. And I think maybe perhaps it's in reference to this thing of surnames like we're talking or manje singandisa isibongo salindoda nna ke le mangmang ke le mdlaetse ebe ke kena kwa mkwena wa understand. So is it something that you guys teach? How do you feel about that?
Hey, muthu ke choice ya efela ka se bona ka se tshone ke choice ya ke le wa feel ka teng ka se ga etsa so that's how he feels. Then I etsa di wa batlang etsa ka teng mara at least into sa le matse bana because in the near future bana ba gola le bona ngwana o tla etsa ntwe fapaneng ka ute bana ba hayo why etsa so le you understand. So ke choice ya hayo muthu go fena ke choice ya.
Yeah, I see you. Hey, other askis everybody. Are there spiritual gifts that don't require moto again ko le fetlo?
Yeah, di teng. That's why bile ka mdiki.
Oh yes. Gore ke le dozele le sa twasi.
Sa twasi ateng a sa twasi le ka lukiswa madlozi. Mhlo motho ateng na twasitse but ha ba tlo dula mtsenya batho. You understand? Mhlo mbatla o phekulwa fela ona ntho ni setsanyana sa iqetelana lefatsheng. Mhlo mo ya lukiswa ntwe and then wa khutla ba right. Then ba bang ba fuweng fela nje ka o bontshwa spiritually gifted vele nje motho like bo ke but ha o tla makenye dipheta etseng you wela ko di medium.
Yeah. Mediums, yes, you are. You're completely right.
Ke motho santseng a ska twasa ke motho fuweng fela ka dipono le bona ke dingaka so ke thola di advice teng ato ko motho o sa twasang. That's why ke jotsa batho ba ska nyatsa dipona kgatso tsa motho sang le fetlong di a bua.
So batho ba o ke batho, are they people who also meant to help others or ke mpho yaka isiphiwo sami nje sokubona?
Yes motho a kena o file ntho ke kapelle metsi ya man ke kapelle a ke tsebe ke kapella but hona le ntho e ke kapelle metsi ya motho ana. You never know but ntho e fitlang ko wena o phila ka yona fela ha e hloka lo bokene mafehlong o e kae mhlomya o laela wena o le motho e tsamo kapela plekeng itseng ko thabeng o tsamo kapela o khutla
or ko metsi
ya e ko wena fela ntho eo ha e hloka lo bokenye dipheta o etseng o tsele mabai no. That's it.
That's interesting. Very interesting.
We're
learning. Talk to me.
That is very interesting. Okay, into ngwe gape ne ke batlo itse go gore a kere ka setho mase sikhuluma ngendaba enhlawulo. Kufanele ukuthi umndeni ohlawula kube umndeni akabo baba uyahamba kabo mama uyohlawula or uyobhadala ama damages ukuthi hayi umntwana wakho samethisa angakashadi so khona manje sesiyeza solotshola umntwana. So ngifuna ukwazi ukuthi mawenzakala ukuthi ubaba yena akanayo imali kodwa mina njengomntwana oyolotsholwa nginayo imali ngiyakhona ukumnikeza yini imali ukuthi hayi baba hayi bo baba nayi 10k uzothi iphuma kuwe wena ufike lapha le kaba mama uthi hayi uzolotshola. Is that possible edlozini? Is it acceptable? And if it happens, how do we go around it ukuthi sibangathi sidlala ngamadlozi?
It is acceptable. Kuyenzeka vele like example ngizwenza an example nami enye ne utho ukuthi mina ngifuna khabo baba ngiyathola uthi bakupha khabo baba mangifika lapha baba ke kushonile mhlawumbe ngithola uauntie nomalume ba struggleish mina ngiyasebenza ngi-right financial.
Oh wow.
Ngiphethe imali yesilwane ukuthi ngicane yenze lo msebenzi mhlawumbe ngikhipha leyo 10,000 nayi ngibeka phansi nabo kumele babe nemali ethizeni mhlawumbe imali amaphepha nama loose count bayobika lo msebenzi edlozini before. That's why I always tell people yenza into ezikho manje umsebenzi cala uyawundlalela umsebenzi bamsebenzi wa Allah lapha before utloyitsa
go Allah ke khotsa
ukubika imsebenzi mazoyenza
wabika ubeya madi yakho likhwene nyana
mhlawumbe 3 days before umsebenzi ucala uyobika kucala ukuthi ngizwenza umsebenzi osona so ngenzela umntana kasibani bani ngale mali le ngiphethe ama coins nanye phepha ephuma kuye straight malume ngicela ukuthenga umsebenzi umntana uze nemali nayo imali yakhe 3 days denza lo nto la kunankinga umuntu akunikeza imali wenze lo msebenzi lo you cannot just nikeza umuntu ahambe yenza umsebenzi then phela lapho uyayibika lo mali ukuthi asinayo thina amandla aphuma kuwe and then
ke ka matla a lona gore ngwana o khonne go na le tšhelete eo
and then nalo loose count leyo yaphahla lapho yabatshe ukuthi nathi ngale mali sithenga lo umsebenzi wambe kahle anyeke ukhipha imali kuphela nje unikeza umuntu kuphela nje kanjalo ungabikanga.
That's very interesting,
completely, man.
Because you know what? Another interesting one. The damages. What happens? What possible spiritual consequences would arise from the child growing up without having been paid any damages to the mother's side of the family?
Njoba ngisho yafana nalengqedwe ukisho I think. Nami ngiphethe lo mali ngikeza uanti. Anti 9500 ngicela uyongihlawulela. Nayo antwenza the very same thing ngokumalume uyoyibika leyo mali leyo ukuthi nasinayo imali umntana ufuna ukuthi ahlawulelwe ekwenza into ezekathi uyayibika yonke into mawubike edlozini then mayifike emuntwini seyifike efamily niba easy as long nje ubikile 3 days before abembeza 7 days uyentabeni oke emanzini uyayibika uphethe imali loose eyakho iphuma kuwe naleyo mntwana ekhipha ukuthi amhlawulele kibo.
So Mosidimo, will it not affect you ukhola lo ngwana lo ngore go bo papa ba go ntshetsa?
As long babi ubikile ke that's why ke tshontsho go fela qala ka ubega le yena and malume omnetsa tshilete o tshwantse ne itso abele ya haitswa from go pokotong ya hae besides e kintshana a kintsa malume amhlomantse maybe 100 rand itse loss count I chinche ayo bega ka yona e ya ka ke bega msebetsi bila ke a o reka ngwana o ntsha tshilete ke kopa hore ke mohlaulela o ntshitse tshilete ona re sebetsi it works.
I'm learning. I'm completely learning, and I love all of this information you're coming through. So, just as a cautionary, or just as a caution, we're going to be talking now just for a couple of minutes about something that's quite sensitive, right? And of course, we do offer discretionary, and if perhaps you have kids that are slightly under the age and might not be able, or perhaps be able to reconcile and make sense of this, just make sure that the kids perhaps maybe leave the room or make use of earbuds, headphones, or stuff like that. Talk to me, Mkulu. I mean, today in history, Noruti Mola Arbala, back in 2019, Uyinene, went through an ordeal that is not pleasant whatsoever. It is something that has been happening for a long time in South Africa. Bana feel entitled to mele yabasadi for some reason, and we don't want to say all of them because but for some reason a huge number of men feel entitled to women's bodies, and they feel or think that they can do whatever they want. And what I'm referring to is, of course, to grape someone, right? But I'm sure you understand what I'm talking about, right? It's a perversion. Right, like we reconciled Dumelani earlier on, it doesn't matter how we beat eng, right? And so when someone does that, despite whether omonna or omosadi, what happens spiritually to moto oiling victim of ketso eo ebutlhoko?
Yeah, what's why you? Ntwe khali etsala, I mean to ntwe khali. Batho ba go ne betsala go bona bongkhuni ba rona ba bui ka tsona ke so ba di khata ka maoto, and I don't think there's any lo ba ba khate ka maoto because of ntwe ya tsama ke generational to generation, you understand? So when I khate ka maoto ya tsale ngwana hao le ngwana hao a khate ka maoto
ya
jalo understand? When it comes to that kid swantse ntwe e wa ihlapella but you are gezelo you are get cleansing for ntwe tsona le yona eo and e ya kwalwa. And ba manje batho ba sa etsa segala ba bona tshwana noma go motsukuntlunga na thunyo ba mkenya sethunya la ka bola ke sethunya ke ne ya kwalwa ntwe so ya tshwana le yona ke ntwe iwana go ke ska ntse iqhubeka yetsa because if wena mhlomi ba ignorant ka yona it will pita hape le wena usanahana.
When or it might also happen to generational latela.
Yes, wena self check ila itsala ya wani pita etsale hape. Because of azangwa ya etsa cleansing azangwa ya wa etsa equalo ntwe because of ya chaphazela because o mtsibile motho mo tswang ko teng ha tlo etsa ntwe entseng ko wena o na tla ucaile ka batho ba kae before wena. so tla ka mefufutse e mengata ko wena
moya e snacks
wena so ba le seriti se sebe o tsama ka sona se tse ka sto vela o phila ka sona o tsa le bana o dima seriti sona seo so ntwe so ya hlapelo ya kwala and you don't need to hide it kondumbeng ha ko hlola sometimes into di hlaya kaofela ke you need to talk about it eshimkhulu wa tsikile ka hlalwa ke ntwe so ke sebetsa jwang ntwe sometimes it goes like ya tshwana ka le batho na ke mhlahlo nna nka ke ya khona ithola ntwe e tshwana le yona ko motho no mapatiso ntwetse ke ukile tsala ke ntwe so le so ke yone kwala ntho tsa hao ya bona tshwana le nka ibu abortion example o ka ipata dlozi hlotsho umuntu o laetsa abortion o ka kwalla ke ngwana hao dintho tsa hao ka ntwenyane fela just to etsa cleansing e go batse ngwana moya ngwana go ba le ka khotso o kwale ke ngwana hao o tlo ka meriana e fapaneng go dingakeng tse kaofela but o kwale se ke ntwenyane fela ngwana hao fela
because I have heard it. This is so interesting for me, and it was fascinating everybody to find out. This is a couple of years ago gore bana ba gola le go sedimo le go semoyeng just cause ngwana o tlhokafetse ka whatever circumstance whether ka go fetisiwa e ka go fetsotsho or o tlhagile badimo ba motsaya a se gole but ngwana wa gola
wa gola and the more gola ke the more tlo kwala ntho tsa ifona umnaki and o tlo ba le jealous ha o bona o so
di sa ba bang
yes I'm making sure ntho life ya e ba mess so ntho tse tshwana tsona I don't think you need to hide them a ke go pepesa o rasa yo tse batho but ha ona le hila ya hao sheka le tsona hila ya ntho tse di kgone o loka.
Oh wow.
No, this is very interesting, especially the whole situation I want. So let's say maybe ukila feta like ngwana ne. And then by the time ngwana wa feta no le tlhaka no so ba ko jarateng ba tsama ba lo mo bad. Mare it came to a point where ba sa tlhole ba gopola le bitla la ngwana le go gae. So nna as me or ke gone tholo thola mo lepe lo re pelo ya ke gone ba hantle le moya ke be right ke etsa jwang gore ke gone at least gore ke meletse mosebetsi yana gore bo ka itse gore o tsamaile and unfortunately a ke itse gore le gae la go le go kae mara ya ka nna ke le mmao a ka o lebale e yone re etsa jwang
ya tswa a ke ga ba sa tseba le bitla la ngwana so ntse ngata go ya go hlane ba ke etsa hlane ya o yehlane mhlawumbe yo mphahla lapho umuntu umemeze khona o mawuthando ngamenzele lati khona ntwe bitswang lati ya bana
lati what is lati
like you ka phahlo tsa bana bo di sweets
okay
something like that tsa tienyana for ngwana just to umbontsho usantsana umrata o tsimo ka yes umbontsho kusale te maybe once a year umetsetse yona sakukhumbula sese khona ke bona itse ba utsamele na slimo sefing ngwana di phahlo di ka wa tseba ka size jwang then utse latinyana e oneng bana ba banyane ba fe di snacks tseo nje just le na thabe ngwana bone wa ratiwa yes yena bone wa ratiwa cause of amkwaletsa never utse le ntshutse right philong ba hawo tshwane kumlahlile and uthola kwamlahla.
That's interesting. Wow, lati babitsa lati elati or umntana umenzela ilati. That's interesting. I've never heard of that. Wow. So umntana uyamenzela nje tiyenyana fela bananyana babo malume di cousin batle
badlale ona mo besiphithiphithi sabana
fela
lena be things spiritually yabona thale and then utlo ba sharp.
Oh wow.
You know when he says there's a kind of reminds me of the old Mexican tradition, the Cinco de Mayo. Where the festival of the dead, where everybody basically has lanterns, they buy their favorite food or snack for their loved one, and then they place it on the graveyard to celebrate. You say, hey, I know you've been gone, but hey, we miss you, that kind of stuff. So it's almost even if we come from different places, somewhere somehow our traditions do actually mix.
Yeah. So is it the same or is it similar to maybe motho tswang go tronkong the thing like you mentioned like re ke ya gore motho tlhagetswe ke ketso e se monate ngwana a tlhokafetse or family member who's passed on wa meletsa is it similar as well gore re kwale like you mentioned equally is it the same as maybe tronko as well because I've heard of that as well gore a tlhapa metsi wa tsholiwe kwa and don't look back o tsamaye o sa tlholo sheba go morago okay
etsi wa le yona ska ba le motho hapo mo nkontlong khotlela ntronko ntse tse tshwana le tsona tse di a kwalwa just straight period. So ibanzima sometimes ngaka ba bang ba gona ba ngaba gone na I prefer haholo e kwalwe ko ntlong ko heno ya street ko ba ke ntho etsa etseng ko heno so ha o tla kona na ke tlo jwetsa batho ba ko heno ka pa jwetsa ba baholo ko ba etse ntho e so na ke le ngaka nka se gone ikwala kwa lona ka ofela mhlom ka kwala wena o le one o be protected ba di ba botlhoko ba ne ke ntho ya family
e etsa la o motho mo
ngapi so ngara go jwetsa no ya ko family nka yo ba jwetsa no o tlile ko nna ka pa o ka bitso i one o mogolo ko heno ke tlo ba hlalosetsa kopa letseng sole kwa le ntwe ka o fele ze family ho ke se kantse e khutla e tlo khutlela bana ba banyane.
Wow, very, very interesting. Stigmas around this thing. Motho a tlhagetswe ke kotsi e se monate and motho o tsere advantage of mmele wa gagwe. What are some of the ones tse leng gore setsukile wa kopana le tsone tse leng gore but motho survive but you find gore mo mphagateng or even ha atla consulta, there is this thing, man, because I'm sure there are other people, like TC mentioned earlier, gore perception is former the way re bona dilo ka teng, the way re approach dilo ka teng. So thola gore ka mo thusa wena ka sedimo ka semoya, but you have this thing with mina abantu ba ke ba velela ilente kanja ngifuna ukubasiza ora ngibafuni bezela. Are there any of those kinds of things you have perhaps found nje in your journey as umuntu oboniswayo?
Not yet, but nkare motho ke be ka ba kopana situation e motho ka no mo if a khloleha a ke tla ke tlo metsa ka setho.
Yes,
that's why ke collaborate le di physio ke
psychologist. Oh wow,
o tlo ba easy ke phone psychologist ke no ke na le motho so phelo sa dila le trauma motho ke mo romele ko yena and then a qala o tsa my trauma counseling. That's part of healing. How do I hlelwa ke ntho tshwana le yona yo na brule ka fela ku kwala whatever ke kwalang ka setho and then the rest psychology.
Oh wow, I love that you also condone ukuthi abantu abanesiphiwo abafana nabo gogo nabo mkhulu baberekisane with Western medicine as well. Oh wow. And I think more of that should happen. Because I also remember this one guy, he was a doctor. TC, remember you were in conversation with him, Nomeketi. He's a pastor himself. And sometimes I have patients who come to me and I can't figure out anything. Kabone wrong. Kasi singaka sa Western. But because I'm someone who is a pastor and who's spiritually gifted, can notice man. So it's also, I think maybe should be condoned in Western medicine. Yes. I love that so much.
Man, that's pretty amazing, man. Hey, okay, so just before okay, bareke na motho ne motho go kene go lefetlo mara gana madi a gore a khone tswa go lefetlong ya ka nna ke le partner ya gagwe ka gone gore ke mothuse ka one madi a gore a khonetsa msebetsi wa ga a tsoteng go lefetlong e dumetse ntho e ka setho ore yene tsontse ikentshetse madi a tswa mo pateng ya gagwe.
Hey, o tla nka ga sna yona a ke wa mothusa wena. So it's not a problem. It's not a problem at all. But ke sa pheta hape ha o etse jwalo like no mo katla kone like example le ka ba le patient e tshwanang le yona but na thuswa ke msadi ke monna sebetsi. Okay, tshwantsa qale ditshebetso ana tšhelete a sebetso so a uswa kwa mpatala o tla mthusa na problem. There's nothing wrong with it at all. Okay, buela ko tabeng qeta o ibua hore wa bega hape le ena tshwantsa be le tšhelete ko site nya e loss maybe 5 rand wa twa le dipampirinyana a o begam a tsho tšhelete o nkile ko mang ene ba tlo etsa msebetso so wa badimo wa twa because if I be ke tšhelete o etsa fela nna nka buka bulela o mfileng tšhelete o feta yena because o tshwantse o tse badimo ke nkile ko mtshweneng ko motho so ke phidisana le yena ke a le ba le mtlisitse ke wa nthuso na jone ka taba tshwantseng ke dietse and then le teng ha so ntho tsa o se di right tsa se tsamelang tshwantse o khutlele molo o le bua hape o ke a le bua ntho di entsa tsamelang. Yes, that's why everything qala ko badimo. You cannot just do things ka thato ya especially tse so ke tsutse haholo ntho tseo. But that's why ke tshole mo tshwantsa qale hona mo tshilong ko teng a bege tšhelete go nkile ko mango ba khone tsa msebetso.
In closure, let's get into it for a second. I love how you brought up dilo tsa go utlwana la bante shlekisana nako. Right? Umuntu onesiphiwo, umuntu oboniswayo, whether uthwasile or uthwasanga, because you mentioned earlier ukuthi bakhona abantu abaneziphiwo who need not go ephehlweni. Right, ukuthi nje wa bontshiwa ka tsela tsa gago whether ka ditoro or ka metsi or wa bontshiwa so life so wa feel or whatever. So I'm that person and ngizitholela usisinyana or uzitholela ubhutinyana ma ugogo bani hey wena nalo muntu lihlekisana kube mnandi man ngokose komhlaba la khahlala gore man mthoma nane but sidimu hasidumelane. How do you guys go about it?
Ngitswa mo watse
hi man
ke tswa mo ne ke le ignorant ke sa batlo mamela ke nna ke amrata motho wa ka bona ba mhana so if fitla me ba hlokoteng gore badimo ba tlo kwala ntho tsa ka ofela bana ba go gotsa ka motho gore ha ke mbatle motho so
se motho right
a se motho right nna ke batlo mamela ke a qhubela ba ile ba nkwala almost 1 year
I will
o sa kene mo ke sa sebetse I think 2023 ke sa ba tlutwa nix kwetse ditse but ke tse ke bona ke na makhosi ba motho a ke mbatho ba mpontsha le ka ditoro bona ntse ke ba ignorant until sicino vele se ba mpontsha ba ndlwantsha manje ba o shona go mamela ba se ba mpontsha ntse tsa di etsang antsa di etsa kuhlokana le yena everything ya khutlela mone le ka teng I promise you la etsala ko nna ke a tseba ntho so that's why ke ba ignorant ka ntho tsa badimo tla o le mala
they can even take your life sometimes
sometimes I don't think it's linka motho wa tseba
really
abadima ba bolaya
so o tshora ba go gopole ba raphela sokletsa ngate emhlabeni ziyakuhlula
bawuphanisha
ungathi uzobuyela ngapha woza
bakuthatha uyohlala phi
uzohlala nathi
hayi akeke
ngoba zasemhlabeni ziyakuhlula mhlawumbe
so gantla wena ba khwetsa ka ntho batho ba ngata ba itseng ba re ba o betsa ka mollo wa badimo go re bona gante gore dipopesal dance no yana.
Or maybe because I've heard, I remember on one of these shows as corner like South Africa, the person said what totally accident like when you lose avoid maybe like a certain color of car. Is that an actual thing?
A certain color
no, not to gibele, but who's avoiding in the sense that
most born probably
this was on a TV show I won't mention, but I can see the other one uthi lo mama it was so funny me ona tsabo bua gore o bilele one night stand e at least ngwana so tsabo bua mo pele ga ngwana gore yazo babakho o babakang mazi athi hey sahlala ngale man ile nkathi zomzabalazo I'm sure people can remember that episode, right? Serious Mr. P, it was so funny. I laughed as you so asa gopola cause ntato na hirile so we're not dulamo nna ke dula ka mo le then wa bana ra kopana ke re bana one night stand brought on about umntwana and then seka sabukhuluma manje ukuthi hey babakho in and then or I'm mixing the stories but this woman, this lady washona la indoda yakhe manje iyala ngaye manje iziyavela like ebusweni like athi makasibheke ebusweni yena ubona indoda yakhe. Is it a thing that happens?
Yeah, it does happen. Kwabanye phela into zabantu asifani. That's why ngisho uzokhuluma into eswathi kwenzakala so uzomphisa uthini umuntu
so umbone vele like ubone umuntu over.
Yeah, that's why you try to thwasa kubile mrahwanyana ha ke thwasa nesashebe ispealing ngona.
Really?
Awuzibuke esibukweni mawuthwasa into enzakala manje you can usabukubona lento uzoyibona kunzima phela ba uthi uyasibheka ispeed ubona idlozi lakho that's why hamba sithwasa lesifaka ubuvu yabona into engeke ebusweni uthi ungaboni le nomuntu uzotshintsha ube uwe espeed mangasibheka
umuntu ophila
yes mangasibheka espeed at all nama self lawa mathi nama badwa mezingekho leso sikhathi leso ikobela mazokuthuka abantu ubheke ispeed athi uzobona umhlolo wasibheka la ispeed
so ubona ledlozi lakho vele
yes maybe uzobona ushintsha amehlo kancane yabona ushintshe usuyaqokobana nyana yabo uthi akuseseyini
yongathuka
serious that's why avoid into ifana nalezo mawuthwasa ke
so manje mangafundiswanga
hey angazi ke mangafundiswa uzazibona
nebe ke khapa like it's a morning asithi because gates ka ba 4 la tsoga la shweleza ke shweleza idlozi go shapa igroup and stuff like that and then kama 6 whatever 7 maybe umuntu osebenzayo usephehlweni mara uyasebenza kumele ugeze fast prepare for the day ngoba mina ngaza ngifundiswa ngigobela kangifundisanga I get ready yabona plus ke ncanyabu wabona uthona le musi mister ncanyabu jaronyana bobusiyo obichaba mo spilling ebe ke bona motho hey
utheba in speed mogobela tshwantse ba itsise bana ba kutise bana molao that's all in order o dintho tse di ska etsala gobela go tisa ngwana molao ke speed fehlong itswa so because o tla shebe ntho tse vele o collapse o ke ubone ntho tsa
ke fintile ya no sengibone izinto zingaka manje
so sometimes blame abogobela ba fiba namla one.
But why is it scary though if this is someone who is giving you this gift
uthongala lento leyo phela.
But why Tusa though? Should it not be noma ngamazi lo gogo, right? Asithi ke gogo re ke mkhulu mang a koko, an ancestor essentially. And I've never met them, I don't know them, I've heard of them. And I think ngibizwa ngegama lakhe, right? Ukoko banban or mkhulu banban. Why should it be a thing, or why is it a thing yokuthi mangibheke esipilini ngibona umlomo rikhalo ramehla shintsha bese yangithusa? Should it not be someone or something ukuthi
ngiyajabula mawuyibona?
Not jabula necessarily, but ki okay kwena.
It's rare man. It's rare into zedlo ziyathusa zikho ayithi into easy lapha ya because yonke into yenza ushawa uvalo yonke into yenza uvalo nje straight. So mawuthi I don't think ungajabula lapha kumnandi. That's why abaningi bazothi uyajabula ukumbona ekuphuma kuwe ukuthi umbona kanjani. mina don't namanje angikholwa ukuthi ngakabona into efana leyo ngajabula futhi
Hothosa
ayathosa serious
because you seeing essentially I remember this one program or this one series I loved watching. You're seeing on the other side of the veil because
yes
you know hey when I saw one go acting on stage
but let's be into
bare o bona behind the curtain when o bona mo staging a re perform re bina re le bo musi hey mara moya behind the curtain ngale ya bona o diyanyiwa la ngapha hey la bantu bayafukuza la oh wow so it's scary so that's why tshwantse shwele zo rapele wetse
man tshwantse be le speed to be le patience uska jaga ntho tsa badimo sa di jaga at all
we learn every day. The time right about now is 37 minutes after the hour 10 o'clock. I promise you, I always find these conversations interesting because there's so much misinformation out there. Abantu bafundisa into wrong. Abantu bacabanga ukuthi bayazi. Umuntu akana nanedlozi. Or ana mpho, they don't have the gift as I like to referring to it. And marasofu comment you're teaching people, you're telling people the wrong things. And yeah, man, I look forward to the day that we can have. There's something at Batanghoyetsa Momo station called extended conversations. You know, where we have people like yourself, Bokokos Kosana, and all of these spiritually inclined individuals who can come sit down. Le route, le feba to information right, you know, because we learn and we come from different backgrounds of teaching and learning, you know. When our twasiso ngokwamanzi olo twasisitswe kasi kothabeng go rapela olo, you know. So it's always interesting to have people like yourself. And I also say we learn in different ways. I'm an auditory learner. Ka khono ba like ithute but ke ithuta a bit more when I'm listening. O mongwe o ithuta ka budikhala, you know, how ka mela dikhala mo aka go ntshetsa ntho no. O mongwe o ithuta ka dinamba, and I think it also contribute go sedimong sa gago the way o bontshwa go practicing ka teng, you know. So it's fascinating things like that, and we appreciate you. We appreciate you taking the time. Thank you so much. Mkhuluma Khosi Mhlahla. Amen. Afriberry, in closing, anything?
In closing, all I have to say is that I hope that today was very inspirational and motivational and super educational, because for me it was educational and I found it very interesting, man. Like I wanna bae, but if I go there, but maybe bayang busy at your so you know what? But otherwise, on a much more serious note, man, I hope that everybody got a chance to learn different things that have to do ngobungoma, and obviously some things that we have never actually fully touched on when we've had the different types of izangoma ezizakhonalana, abakoko mahlodi, abakoko mesedisi. We've had quite a lot, man, but I do hope that today was very insightful for every one of you. But for me, Afriberry, also known as Miss Berry Blades, but to the darker the berry, the sweeter than don't. Imnandi mamnyama, mam hlopilek tekateken put maralako famana me, where taikomakale, song wanamane.
Continuously having scintillating conversations, bold discussions with industry professionals that are aimed, all of these discussions and conversations are aimed at providing both you and I and the rest of the team with so much information and knowledge, all encompassing, compelling, and of course thought-provoking conversations is what we have here on a day-to-day basis between the hours of 7 and 10, Monday to Friday, every weekday morning, where radio meets TV, only and exclusively right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, brought to you by the Blinko Network, providing you your daily dose of positivity that is accompanied by an energetic start to the day, always spending some great quality time with myself, the one and only MOOCEE Mist. My name is Musi Mist, and I have been so excited. I've been happy to have been both in your presence and in your company this lovely 4th day of September on a Thursday morning, the 4th of September 2025. Right, I'm repeating myself. So it's been great hanging out with you, and you know, it needs not end there. Or here rather, the conversation does not end here. It continues on our social media platforms, where we want to unpack all of these discussions and topics that concern all of you and us as well, right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. So it continues on our social media pages and platforms using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. So that's Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms. It doesn't end here. Also on our WhatsApp line, you can interact and continue engaging with us by dialing the number 060-493-3277. 3226. So that's 060-493-3226. Continue commenting, liking, and subscribing, and doing the things that are necessary to be done so that you and I and the rest of the Vooka Nation and the Vooka team can continue sharing our thoughts, our opinions, and everything else in between. It's been lovely. It's been great. Until tomorrow, bright and early, same time, same place, right here on the Vooka Breakfast. So between the hours of 7 and 10, when we bring you all things fashion, all things artistry, and all things gearing up and leading up to the Kota Festival. Soweto Kota Festival happening right here next to the Dobsonville Stadium. And of course, along with that, I will be in celebration of my 25th birthday. And I don't like this thing of people saying that I'm not 25. I get later, guy. I can only 86. But we continue, man.
Confuse the enemy.
To understand. You are Hey, man. A huge shout out to Mr. P, who came through on Sunday along with Usimami Nompilo for the Harmonious Chorus first annual concert that took place at the St. Mary's Dobsonville Anglican Church, man. It was all things great, and something different for him, man. And I'm hoping and I'm trusting that he had a good time, man. I don't know if he would repeat and go again, but we'll find that out. But until tomorrow morning, stay safe, stay warm, stay cautious on those roads so that you and I and the rest of the team are able to see each other again, God willing. With that being said, the time right about now, 10:42, almost 15 minutes before the hour 11 o'clock. Stay safe, and we'll meet each other again tomorrow morning. Cool stuff.